Well, I had plans, but yeah, since Trash is taking so long, sure.
Well, can wait if you have plans.
Yes, I have some plans.
If you have plans.
I have
Rolling
plans,
my
but I
important dice,
cannot
by the way.
guarantee anybody takes it. It's the
Rolling my important die, by the way.
importance.
12 and 19, really?
So, Ein, you have your new spiffy sword. How much do you know of it? How much have the rest of these fuckers told you about it?
Nothing.
It's indestructible.
Yes, it is a odd sword that was found embedded into the skiff on the deck plating where Throden had been sleeping. It is a black obsidian, almost black obsidian blade, which has a hollowed out spiral at the center of it, or not center of it, but going on the outside, that's hollowed, that's filled with vegetation and plant life growing around it. And these people, specifically Bays, attempted to see if they could destroy it. They basically put it at the edge of the boat and smacked their great axe or just a normal axe. I think it's a great axe on it, and it snapped. It regrew, and the part that got snapped off basically turned into ooze. And nobody has done any form of research through it except it's magic.
I think the sword is Throden.
Well, it's all yours now, Ein.
You are free to do whatever you want with it.
I can finally kill somebody with Throden.
Wow. So rude.
Its current stats are of a base longsword from the player's handbook.
So to know what it does, I need to identify it first, right?
Yeah, or you can straight up just attune to it, because you do feel the magic emanating from it. So you can just blindly attune to it. Or you can spend.
That's a good idea.
I'm not sure if that was a homebrew thing or if it's an actual rule, but you can also spend a night trying to figure out its properties.
I think
No,
you can
probably
attune to
not.
stuff on a long rest. I think that's in the PHP.
Yeah, you can attune to stuff in a long rest. I just wasn't remember if there was a rule where you could try and identify its system, how it worked on a long rest. Probably not, because that would kind of nullify the whole point of having identified. Well, not nullify, but circumvent. So you can blindly attune to it and figure out what it is.
Oh yeah, you can identify.
Oh, is it an actual rule? What does this rule say?
I'm gonna check it
Alternatively, a
out before
character
I
can focus on
attune.
one magic item during a short rest, while being in physical contact with the item. At the end of the rest, the character learns the item's properties as well as how to use them. DMG page 136.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Alrighty.
Short rest.
It learns its properties. All of its properties?
Yep. Unless you want to tag some others on at a later stage for story reason.
I said your Steam mission's fine.
Yay!
There he is. Is he alive?
I heard him say something.
Yeah.
He's
All I heard
alive!
was and then it went quiet again.
I heard
That
it.
South Africa. That South African latency.
I'll be right back. I'm going to take my water.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do on the short downtime before we get rolling with today's stuff?
Nothing. Ralphie's good to go.
Ralphie, good to go.
I'm pretty sure they made a fucking game out of that sword.
Shush you. Don't spoil us. We don't know anything about it. You're the only one that knows, Ein. So don't go and ruin it for us. Okay. Snacks all poured out. Oh, yeah. Okay. So where are we going to meet up? Should we have a meeting place? Should we have like
The bar.
a guild lodging or something?
The
bar.
bar.
Hey guys.
I'm back.
Oh, hi.
Hmm.
So that's my logic I used there. That's pretty nice, Letty.
Yep. What did I miss?
Unrelated to this, Conan Exiles lets you punch people's heads off, and it's fun.
Nice.
Okay, lady, deploy your plans.
I shall deploy my plan. So, actually, who wants to do a recap of last session? I already did it when I wasn't here.
Yeah, I totally did it when you weren't here. He recapped so good. He told us.
If I only knew what happened.
I vote Ralph, you should recap.
He recapped so well that his new title is Recaptain.
We walked off a path and we killed some stuff and then we stole some pigs and then we went home.
Stole
that.
some
Oh,
kids,
also,
my favorite hobby.
Froden went missing.
Throwden turned into a he went missing and a sword was in his place. And we tried to break the sword, and the sword wouldn't break. Or stay broke.
Yes. Alright. So, you guys have returned from your glorious quest of pig hunting, and you're currently in town. What would
Pig
be
burglary.
your...
Pig burglary.
Pig burglary, yes.
We hunted the people who had it.
Potato per fireball.
Well, okay, team, where are we gonna go now?
I thought we were going to head to the Blood Temple.
The what now?
Just a temple, probably full of blood. That's been our experience so far.
Well, I guess I'll join.
And Vernon should come as well.
Well, you might guys want to take a long rest before you start hanging out, so you can actually,
Yeah, let's do that. So
We'll go in the
I want a few
morning.
days.
We'll
What
go
about
in
you,
the
a day or
morning.
so?
I'll help set up the pens and set up a training regimen for the care and maintenance of our new pigs.
That's
Alright.
discussed.
Anything you guys are going to be doing tonight, or no?
I wish to let it be known in the camp that I will take on somebody as an apprentice to teach them magic in return for them working as my lackey.
There are actually a couple of people who would be willing to do that.
Specifically scribes.
Oh, they can
If
put their hands
possible.
down. They aren't scribed.
Do
Hey,
any of you
apprentice
know how
wizard.
to write?
Oh, is that sorry?
Do any of you know how to write?
I know how to write.
Anybody
Oh.
except you?
Wow.
Who are you? Yes, Lady, I'm listening.
No, I was sending a message. You see that the couple of apprentice wizards who, they say that they're adults, very young adults, although looking at them closer, they look more like teenagers. Again, they raise their arms, like, we can read and write.
Or what race are they?
Both are human.
Male, female?
Both are male.
Which one is the prettiest?
That would probably be Bobby.
I picked the other one.
Elon.
We
I'll be
gotta
Lon.
hurry
So you take
now.
Bob.
I want the one with I want the ugly one because ugly people have to try harder.
Okay,
So
you
you-
take Bob as an apprentice.
Okay, Bob. You're coming with me when we head out tomorrow. I look at Ralphie.
Okay.
Are you leaving tomorrow?
Wait, are you asking
Tomorrow.
somebody else or are you asking the wizard?
I'm asking
Wait,
Ralphie.
where are we going?
Oh,
I thought you just said we're going to the temple.
What? Yep. We're going to a temple tomorrow.
Okay. At daybreak?
Yeah.
I look uncomfortable. They don't seem like hardened adventurers to me.
Well, you see, tomorrow. It's only a day away.
Yes.
Plenty of time to prepare.
Have we introduced ourselves yet? I don't think we have.
Well, we know that you're Norman.
That's true.
Normally, Norman.
No.
anomalously normal Norman.
And this
Pussy?
one? I pointed Ein.
Yes.
Is that your name?
My name is Spliff Ironhold.
Okay. I'm Norman.
And my name is Thunderous Seven Fists of Heaven, but you may call me Seven.
I was going to do that anyway.
I knew you would. You seem like the type.
You should consider shorting it or getting a nickname.
Seven works.
Or go by your second name.
I have done so.
What's your second name?
Seven.
Right.
I thought you
Was
said
it
that was a
seven
contraction
thunderous
of your
fists
first
in
name.
heaven?
Thunderous Seven Fists of
Seven
Heaven.
thunderous fists of heaven. 7.
7. Very well.
Well, Ralphie's going to sleep now.
What does everybody look like at this point?
Ralphie still looks as pristine as he did the day he came here.
Did he? Because we got hit by like lightning bolts and fire.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
amazing what prestidigitation can do.
You need some mending in your life, son.
I'm still in my
Stuff.
traditional monk garb.
Spliff is covered in scars now.
From?
Well, he has gotten hit in the past.
Okay.
You guys spend the night. Obviously, you don't have to worry about being ambushed or anything because you're in a town. And in the morning, as you awaken, there's a bit of a commotion at the front gates as what you quickly ask from some of the people before you actually get there. Some kind of odd bookseller is at the gate selling books.
Is he human?
As you go and see him, you go look at this, which is a cart basically that it looks like a horse-drawn cart that doesn't have a horse. It's like a normal horse-drawn cart. It's nothing like weird special techno babble bullshit. It's like an actual horse-drawn cart that currently doesn't have a horse or anything like that, and it has at the back, or just sitting off the edge, or sitting on the edge, you see a human of darker skin, who is old, completely white hair, and you also notice completely milky white eyes. And at the back of this cart, there's like just a huge pile of all kinds of books.
I head on down.
I watch.
All right.
I go to
I watch
investigate as
from a
well.
distance.
I cast, as I go down, I cast Comprehend Languages on myself.
As you do that, you hear some that. That is not necessary, friend. I can speak your language well.
For your books.
Yeah. You can also read them fine. Don't worry about it.
What kind of books are there?
Are you asking or are you just looking?
Yeah, like glance at the titles.
You know, one of the interesting things that you notice out of all of these books is every single one of them is made out of black leather, all of, like really tidy. Like they look like they haven't been like trucked around in a desert, and every single one with the same lettering starts with a book of. And you have all kinds of books. You have everything from books of bartering to books of Elvish to books of, well, there's quite a lot. Books of
I
how.
glance through them. Look for the Book of Stuck in a Godforsaken Desert.
Unfortunately, you go looking through the books. You don't find anything like a book of not being stuck in desert, but you do glance at the book of names as one of them goes past your eyes.
I want it. I open it.
Like you pick it up, you pick up the book, and you try and open it, but it doesn't budge, and you hear the man say, "Not yet. You cannot read until you pay."
What kind of names are in here?
Let me see that one. I don't remember all outside. And he holds out his hand.
What brings you to this part of the world, friend?
You know, selling books.
Is there much trade in this land? I must admit,
No.
I'm new to here.
Oh, there is not much trade. These books, you see, they help people to learn skills of all kinds. If you can think a skill, I probably have a book for that. And you
I
see
think
him.
I saw a puppet show like that. It was called Skyrim.
I haven't seen that one. And you see him like trace his finger at the edges, or where like the paper itself is, but not on the spine of the book. And it opens up, and he like peruses through it, and he like closes. Well, are you sure you want this book?
It's what name it is.
It has many names.
Do you have
And
any
he throws
books?
it to you. Do you wish to peruse?
Ralphie shouts down, "What's your name? Who are you?"
Doesn't respond.
What
How rude.
kind of name?
Are you still asking, or are you actually looking through the book?
Can I look through it?
This time, if you try and open it, it does open.
I'd glance inside. What language is it written in?
It is written in Infernal.
Ooh, I could read Infernal.
As you glance through the book, a lot of the pages they don't. It has text in Infernal inside, but most of the pages are actually empty. They don't really have anything, but you do notice that like words of Infernal shifting and moving, and like you try and like read a name, but before you can like really grab onto it, it like
I just
disappears.
go to like the
attempting to
front
hide
page.
itself.
Does it have like a foreword like "Welcome to the great book of X things that do Y" or something, like, or an index or something?
You go into the first page that reads in Infernal, Book of True Names.
How much for the book?
That book is 25. Not sure if you know the name, but he pulls out one of those coins you've guys seen, the square ones. Well, you haven't. Well, but he shows you it anyway. I want 25 of these. I just call them ancient coins, as well. They are ancient.
Where would I procure some of these?
Shrugs.
I think the
rid of
Catman
them.
has some.
Oh,
Is that true, Seven?
I might have. I pat down my pockets for any trinkets I may have. I just
Didn't
have
you fuckers
one.
pick some of this stuff up?
I
at one
didn't
point?
pick up any.
I've been giving you guys occasionally this,
Yeah.
but if you don't have any notes, then you probably don't have any. You have misplaced all of your stuff.
Left.
Oh shit.
Bluff. Cast
Seven.
Mage Hand and start slapping stuff. Bluff. 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 I think your companion is broken, Seven.
Well, agree.
Spliff. Spliff.
I'm
Fine,
not
are you dead?
broken.
I go rifle through his pockets while he's just standing there.
I'm not broken.
Oh, I've been trying to talk to you for like 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. You're just so boring and can't hear you.
Jesus.
I narrow my eyes.
You broke trash.
No. That's a completely different person you're talking to right now.
You
Oh,
Oh,
I
you
are
just
you
joined. I think
Oh.
you've got at least 20 spread out between the two of you.
How much gold do I
No,
have?
not gold.
We don't need gold. We need some of those. And I point at the old man.
He had it hidden, but he like flips it out again. Actually, he does like a sleight of hand trick where he like doesn't go rifling through pockets and it just appears in his hand. Again, like flips his hand and like it's gone.
Oh, that's neat.
Spliff, how many do you have?
How many? What do I have?
These
Sorry.
coins.
The square coins.
I think I only had one.
I turn to the dude. Do you deliver?
No, I do not. I
I
will
will
be back
procure some
later.
of these coins you need. And then I want that book.
Well, he's
And
agreeable.
any other similar ones that you find.
Yeah, I will try. Not many people will be interested in such a book, but
It's our ticket out of here.
I hope so, anyway.
I don't like sand. It's coarse.
and it gets everywhere.
And it gets everywhere.
That's sand. That's how sand works.
That's why I don't
Ralphie's
like
loading up one of the boats with supplies.
All right.
I leave. I'll go fetch my minion.
Okay.
Tell him to like fetch a tent and stuff.
Vernon!
Ah, what?
Could you corral a couple of people to like help set up a base camp at the temple and guard it for us whilst we go in the temple?
All right. I'll see if I can get some people.
Only one or two. We don't need thousands.
They will absolutely
That's
not
fine.
have to do anything in combat. They just need to sit there and not help us.
Say that,
Virgin's not
please.
really. Virgin's was not being very persuasive, and he was only able to get one of the scouts to bother to come along.
It's fine. They literally just have to set up tents and cook food while we're temple raiding. Shall we get going?
Onward!
Onwards, glorious adventures.
Yes, let's
Spliff,
go.
I'm worried about you.
Hey Spliff, how's that sword?
Sorry.
How's that sword?
Well, it's like it's just a part of me. It's very strange.
Is that why you go empty-headed every often?
Oh my
No,
god.
it's just your monotonous voice sometimes makes me just focus out
The
and
sword
just
is eating his soul.
I had one
Poor
of those.
sword. I didn't know they could
I am
starve.
trained in medicine. I could check you for epilepsy if you like.
I haven't had a seizure yet, I think.
I disagree. I have observed you having one this morning.
Wow, that's racist.
With any magic item, you need to be wary. Just keep an eye out, friend.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Okay, who's driving the boat?
I will drive.
Onward!
I
Can't
will observe
observe.
driving the boat.
All right. And you leave and depart towards the Death Temple as you had named. It'll be a couple of days travel, and you camp up for the night. Who wants to
Ralphie
take
takes first
watches?
watch.
Or who takes watches? All right, Ralphie takes first watch,
Guess I'll take the middle watch.
and who takes the last watch?
I'll take the
Oh.
last watch.
And everybody who takes a watch, roll a perception for me.
I'm really good at those.
14.
All right, first watch goes uneventfully.
4 minus 2 is 2.
You're pretty much like per much leaping through holes over your watch, but it still goes uneventfully, and nobody in your lackadaisical watch goes unmolested. And what was
Nobody
that
goes
called?
unmolested.
I just realized that didn't work as I was intending to. Everybody goes unmolested.
That's what they didn't think about Mage Hand.
Oh no.
Oh.
Me, not that type of tabaxi.
And who had the last watch? And what was
Spliff.
your score?
It was me.
What did you roll?
Rolly roll.
Roll perception.
I rolled a 16 plus plus 2, so 18.
Excellent. And your watch also goes uneventfully. And
That's
after
good.
you awaken to a nice morning, and after half a day's or so travel, you arrive at a dark. Well, it's a large structure that is made of this dark stone, looming in the distance. As you have a look at it, it does seem to only have one entrance. I have a quick look around, and you don't find any other entrances at a quick look.
Man, that looks just like the temple.
That certainly looks like a temple.
We couldn't afford black stone, so we just painted it that color.
That's horrible.
Well, we had to hide from the authorities.
Yes, fuck the police.
Fuck the
Straight from
police.
the underground. The underworld.
Young Tabaxi got it bad because he's
Underdeep.
hairy.
Straight from
They always
underdeep.
keep us down because we're furry.
Ralphie jumps off the boat and starts heading towards the temple.
Alright.
I too cast Mage Armor on myself and start heading to the temple, and I hop off and turn to my minion.
I hop
Okay.
off and strode menacingly towards the temple.
All
Okay.
right, we're gonna clear the first area. Once we've got the entrance secured, we should set up a base camp with some tents and food and bedrolls and such, because we'll probably be here for a few days.
Alright.
We want to check out everything inside.
So who do you guys want to take? You have the apprentice, Vernon, and Scout.
I'm leaving the apprentice here.
Apprentice is staying. Archer is probably
Yeah, we only
staying.
take Vernon.
Okay, you only take Vernon. And you enter
The Temple of Elemental Evil.
the Temple of Temples. Where the fuck did I leave my damn link? God damn it! There it is.
Oh god, earthquake!
Earthquake. And you enter the temple. It's floored with dark stone tiles that almost remind you of ceramics. And that doesn't make sense. Or the entrance itself, entrance area is filled with a small layer of sand coming in from the entrance.
Okay, we step in.
You step in. And roll initiative. No, I just
What can we see around here? Do we see if there's any tracks? Anybody's been here recently? Does it look disturbed?
You look at the sand itself. It looks undisturbed. Looks like you're the first ones to be here for a while. Where this
writing?
any writing? Yes, there are some.
Sorry.
There are a couple of. This is basically over here. This area here is in fact like a small room upon itself. It has, 3 walls, and at the center you see this clear, opaque part of it, like basically at not really head height.
It's
well,
basically like a little security booth.
It looks like a security booth, yeah. It pretty much is. And there is some text above it, actually, on one of its sides, on one of the walls.
Cover me. I'm going to see what that says.
I stand there in an action pose. Covering!
Action.
I walk
Look
over,
around.
put my hands out above my head. I'm assuming the text is above me.
Yes.
Put both hands, palms down flat on it, and start casting Comprehend Languages.
All right.
For about 11 minutes.
Oh, you're doing a ritual. All right. And as you're
I give up my action pose as my muscles start to hurt.
all right.
Let's
All
see
right.
what this says.
In the middle of like you doing a ritual, which involves you reading your spell book, doing some other doohickeys.
My spellbook is
which-
just floating basically next to me, translating for me at the moment.
Yeah. As you're doing that, and the rest of you guys are basically just hanging about doing fuck all, probably creating sand angels in the sand. You notice that in one of the right corridor, where it like turns left from the main entrance, you notice that one of the thingamabobs, the automatons you saw before, like is currently there and just silently and eerily staring at you. And well, actually, all of you. But
I glance over. Well, that's your problem. I carry on casting a spell.
Okay.
Spliff, maybe hit it or something. I don't know.
If you give me a moment, I can talk to it.
I'll give him a moment.
it
Is
still
coming
stands
closer or is it
there.
staying there. Okay.
It's currently standing there and like just staring, almost if it's waiting for you to cross some imaginary boundary.
Spliff, walk forward a bit.
How long is my spell?
How long is your spell? Yeah, it's fine. I was just looking up something. Yeah, your spell completes. Although after like you're about halfway, so approximately 5 minutes was when the automaton appeared, and now it's just standing there staring. And the 6 minutes pass, and your spell complete, or ritual completes.
What does the text say?
It's a security booth.
The text says security booth.
And you look. Does that mean you can read it direct, or do you need to
Yes,
touch it?
I need to touch it to read written text.
Okay. There is some other text
I think
over
he's
here.
blind. It's like, you know,
It's just like at
braids.
the desk.
Okay, I walk over and touch that.
It says reception.
I whisper to the other guys, I think he's blind. He needs to touch anything to read
Well,
it.
can you
Can
read
you
it?
read this text?
What
No,
old?
but I'm pretty sure you
is
use
it?
your eyes to read.
I don't
Uh,
speak the language.
He's using magic, Spliff.
what
Magic.
old text?
So we're in like some post-apocalyptic world at the moment.
Possibly.
This is gonna turn out to be like a Sears or something that we're inside of.
There's more text that you like are glancing around looking for more text. There is over here where Ralphie's model is currently. There are 2 shafts which lead down. Currently, they have nothing in them.
Oh, I thought that was the
seemingly
way
just
in.
pits. No,
Oh, I thought they were doors.
Sorry.
So have we come in from
actually,
here?
That's my fault because
Do they say elevator?
yes. There, I remember I did drop some fucking doors over there, but looks like I didn't bring the right version of this because this was
And
some
where is
time
that?
ago and I've not reviewed this. But yes, the door is supposed to be in that direction.
Okay, Ralphie's
That's
over
my
there then.
fault.
Looking down at the elevator, how deep is the doors are open or are they closed?
The shafts don't have doors in them at all. They're completely open.
And how deep do they go?
They go some distance. They go enough that you can't really see how deep they go
I
as
pick up a
they're
pebble,
dark. All right,
cast a light on it and drop it down.
it goes.
I shout out, "You fool of a took!" Wait, what?
Yeah,
What
I've
is that,
seen that
Took?
puppet show.
you hear it like clink, 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 clink as it like bounces off the walls, and until it like lands on something that's like looks.
I'm bad
Yeah.
at estimating distances.
I'm
Seven,
also
how
very-
far does that look like to you?
At least 4 meters.
It's if you're gonna go in meters, it's approximately 30 meters.
It's pretty
Can you make
far
a dark
down.
vision? Because I don't have
No.
dark vision.
I do.
Only 7.
Hey, can you see
Can I
anything
see the bottom?
above us?
Oh, I'll look. What can I see?
7. As you look above us, as you look above, there's just a smooth stone ceiling. It doesn't go too far. Like there's a small recess up there, but like nothing too high. Nothing enough to be like a separate level up there.
It's just like a smooth stone ceiling.
And how far down is it?
If I had to use meters, I would say 30 at minimum.
How much rope do we have with us, guys?
I have
How much rope do we have?
none.
7.
I've got an
You have
adventurer's pack. Yeah, I've got an adventurer's pack, so I've got
But
room.
how
I think it's
much?
25 feet, though. It's not long.
25 feet, how many meters is that?
Not
Divided
enough.
by 3. Yeah.
You can jump pretty high though, right, Trash? As a monk.
I can climb. I mean, I could climb to the
Oh,
top.
yeah, you-
25 feet is 7.5 meters.
Okay, so we could drop the rope down and have 7 climb up the rest of the way?
I could just climb up the whole thing. I don't need no rope.
Well, why don't we look around these other rooms?
I think I have another rope
Yep.
in my adventure.
Yeah,
bag.
let's have a look.
Okay. I was just thinking, if we find something that attacks us, we could maybe just bypass it completely in a pinch.
Make some
we
rope
need to.
out of it.
Or that.
Would that we make rope out of the enemy we kill?
What? I suppose I wouldn't. know. I walk over to the automaton slowly, like trying to see when it becomes hostile.
As you like go close to the where the security booth and the basically the corridor starts going, the moment you like pass from the main hall into this corridor, it basically just like puts its hand in front of its. Well, yeah, it's supposed to like its hand out like to like as a stop. You know, like how
Does
you
it
put
say
your
anything?
palm out outwards. It doesn't move, but it like puts its arm out like that.
Is there any sign above the door?
Any sign above the door? Let's see.
No.
Or any
sign.
markings or anything.
Yeah, like any text.
On that door or that corridor, there's only one, but you aren't really sure what it means, even with comprehend languages, because it's just based something of. Well, yeah,
Describe it
it
to
just
me.
says level basically, which it doesn't have an inherent meaning to you. It just means like balanced.
Okay.
But it pretty much says balanced one. Just direct translation is a bit difficult.
Okay. I head closer to the automaton. What does it do? I
It's-
slowly, like, step
you
by
slowly inch toward it, and like the moment you like start inching towards it, it also takes itself another step closer. It still keeps its arm up, but you can sort of assume it's trying to be threatening.
step. If I stop, does it stop?
Yes.
Can I get? Are there any text symbols on it?
Text symbols on it.
Yeah.
There are, but they're tiny and they look very squiggly at this range. You would
I'm gonna see if I can't
probably
get close enough to touch him.
You lost Norman.
I have two burly monks with me that can grapple things.
No, you have
Yeah.
one cat man and one monk who is in his own world.
What
Close
do you
enough.
mean?
Exactly.
I'm in the Lettyverse, just like you.
I'm in the Ludicrous. If you try and inch closer to it, again, it like starts, you know,
I'm so
it doesn't like
disappointed in
start
this
walking
RPG.
towards you. It just takes like closer steps towards you if you try and inch toward it, and it like even it takes its other arm, which was just hanging limp, not really limply, but hanging on its side. It like basically turns it into a claw, like readies itself.
I step back.
You take a step back and like clicks it back to like a normal hand.
It definitely doesn't seem to want to let us go this way.
Spliff, hit it.
Try not to damage the writing.
I wonder if there's a item we could use, a talisman, a key. I'll look around for anything, any equipment, any drawers.
Start looking.
Make
Yeah.
some investigation checks.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh,
The best at investigating. Look at me as I investigate.
27.
27. Alright.
16.
That's my one good
Holy
skill I
son.
actually have.
What was everybody's? 27 and
16.
16,
5.
5. And what was Ein's?
7.
Okay, 7. You
No,
rummaged
you're
around. You rummage around the room, the main room. You also like just go a bit to this area over here, and you notice that it has collapsed, and there's like a bunch of stone rubble blocking the way over here. That's what that dark spot's supposed to be. As you rummage through this area, you, Norman, being a somewhat archaeologist, you know all the good hiding spots, and you're able to find those ancient coins that the old man used, still didn't get a name from. And you find a total of 8 of them. You also
They got
find
text on them.
yeah, they do have some text on them.
Okay, and what else do we find?
You look at what basically, which is you find something that was hidden like in the security booth, hidden like rather well, which is basically a small safe. Although you don't know how to open it, but that is something you did locate. And you, which for you one of you actually wouldn't know what this looks like. Oh yeah, some of you were in that other place in the mine. You notice one of the what you presume to be keys. The large well, I'll just draw them because my words escape me. But the large things with the handles that had like metal slips at the end of them, like a bunch of like different size metal.
A safe.
Ah, okay. Is it open?
It is
looks
not.
like
Wouldn't be
it's
very
locked.
safe if it was open, would it?
Couldn't we take it out of the wall?
The safe looks like it looks like it was made into the whole place. Like it's pretty much melded into the rest of the store.
Boy, if somebody had an indestructible thing they could use as a crowbar to try and open it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! Guess I would have to try something like that.
All right, you can try and make a strength check to force it open.
While Ein's doing that, I'm gonna show this metal thing to the rest of them. Any idea what this is?
Well, that's one of the coin things, isn't it?
Nope,
Oh, it's
that
not
is
one of the
a
coin things. What does it look like? I don't know.
That picture you drew.
Oh, it looks like
No.
an afro comb.
Roll the 6.
Might be a. Does it look
Roll
like it,
advantage if you have a crowbar, if you have one.
Advantage. Okay, 20. No,
20.
18 plus 2, so 20.
You try and force the safe open, but it's a safe. It's not exactly easy to open with a crowbar, and even through age, this thing seems to have been built rather sturdily. And
Can't you cut through the block with that sword of yours? Like bolts? I don't know. Is that a thing?
I try that. I concentrate and do a very, very mock-like something.
7, maybe you could just, like, explode it open.
Huh.
And I try to do a chop.
I inspect the
All
The
of
sword didn't work, I chop it.
Oh.
you don't need to roll to hit because it's a safe.
No, the safe dodges agile and kicks your legs
It
out.
throws him, it
Ow.
grapples him and throws him down the pit.
Guys,
Just-
I don't think it's safe. I think it's a mimic.
Safe. Safe mimics. That's going in my
Oh
dossier.
no.
just roll straight damage.
I
is
look at
damage.
the mechanism.
Um,
There a key thing or a
there
impression?
is basically a small. if you look
Maybe
at the
use that
safe-
metal thing, maybe it's a key, I don't know.
No, there is a slot, but that key thing, quote unquote, doesn't fit into it. Has a small.
That's like 6 damage.
All right, you did 6 points of damage, and the safe remains unbudged by your attempts. You chip it slightly.
Vernon, do you have any expertise at exploding safes?
Well, that's kind of personal, but yes.
Don't be shy.
Please, indulge us.
Well, I mean, we could blow it up, but tends to also destroy what's
Well,
inside.
don't do that.
Plus, I don't have any explosives.
Well, let's not do that just yet. Should we set up camp in this hallway? It seems pretty
Yeah, bring the
safe.
plebs in.
Tie up the boats.
Set
That's
up
supposed to be a
perimeter.
handle, but I can't draw it
Just
quickly.
write H on it for handle.
Hey, does it have a keypad?
Yeah, keypad. Yeah, technically it has like one part that looks like a screen that currently seems to be unpowered.
What is power?
Something you don't have, my friend.
It has no magic running
Wow.
through it. It looks like maybe it could have magic.
Wow.
I give the key to Seven. The thing.
The thingamabob.
The thing. How does this sound? We can go one of three ways. We can tangle with that mechanical construct over there. Or we can head down the shafts. Or since we're staying here for a while anyway, we can clear the cave in.
Ah. Well, we may as well have a look at the cave, and we have the manpower to move the stone.
I mean, we're not. But why fight that thing? It doesn't seem to be inherently hostile.
But there might be more of them.
But if they're not hostile, does
Well,
that
I don't know. It
matter?
might be hostile if you try and walk down that corridor.
Try to
I
walk
can
down the
slowly
corridor.
walk down the other corridor. Yeah, it was Seven.
Oh yeah, you walk down the other corridor. It doesn't seem to respond.
Seems
Okay, and what
fine.
happens if you try and walk down the corridor that it's in?
Then it walks towards you and readies an attack. Its one hand turns into a claw.
We don't know how fast it can move. I'm pretty fast, but
Well, run
this is a
past it then.
machine.
Ooh, yeah, that's an idea.
Huh.
Wait.
Oops.
I have an idea. Liddy?
Huh?
Does the creature count as a humanoid?
A humanoid? In what context?
Well, I have spells that only work against humanoid targets.
Surely it's a construct.
It's
Well,
construct? It's a
that's really
humanoid
different shit.
construct? It really depends on more context. Like, does humanoid here mean a creature? Or not a
Sure.
creature. I mean, like, a living being humanoid, as if, like, a human, an orc, an elf kind of thing?
Let me have a look. It just says choose a humanoid that you can see within range.
I think
What
that
spell is this?
implies a sentient creature.
What is the spell?
Hold person.
Oh yeah, that would work against them.
Okay. So how does this sound? I hold person it. You send Seven down at the speed of sound, like to just do a quick run down the corridor and back. And then once I let it go once Seven gets back. And then we see if it still remains hostile after Seven is safely back inside the room.
Well, we don't know why it's trying to stop us, though. Maybe it's trying to prevent us from danger.
Either way, you're fast enough to run away.
Not if it's a trap.
But you can climb out of any holes in the ground.
It's true.
Or should we deal with the cave-in first?
Well, we can
Yeah,
leave the other two randoms we have to deal with that.
It's gonna take two of them forever.
Well, we've got other bits to explore.
Alright, do you want to go down the shaft or fight the creature?
Well, we could go down the shaft.
Alright.
Yeah. I should be able to climb up and down that without a problem.
Alright. Who all has rope?
I don't.
I can look on
I
the
do.
boats. Is there rope on the boats?
Yeah, there's some extra ropes in the boat.
I bring that, and then we tie mine, iron, and thrashes all together.
All right.
Some of us don't have climb speed.
Let me just quickly check. See
Some
how
of us
far
don't
they
have
go.
to backseat climbing.
That's because you were unfortunately born not a tabaxi.
See how much rope is there? Where's my D10? There's my D10.
While we're preparing to climb down, I'm going to cast.
There really wasn't
What?
much rope remaining. You only found 23 feet of it.
Okay.
So we have what?
I
How
just
how
rolled.
much does a pack have in a rope?
Wasn't it
25 feet.
25 feet?
Yeah, I think it's 25 feet in the back.
And then we have 73 feet.
Is it? Double check.
Damn it, I can remember.
Because if we have 98 feet now of rope, then that's 29 meters.
Feet. 50 feet
Oh.
of rope.
Then we've got so much rope.
Oh yeah, if you have 50 feet and if more than one person has that according to this, yeah, it should be enough for the climbing down. Till
Okay.
you
I'm
hit
going
the
to
level.
cast Unseen Servant so long.
Alright.
And tell it to start clearing out the rocks.
Okay, the unseen servant starts moving the tiniest pebbles it can find.
No, it's like a regular person. It can do anything a human servant can.
Don't they have a like strength limit though?
You're thinking of the mage
It
hand.
has a strength of 2.
It is a strength of 2.
That's not really what I would consider a normal human.
It can
but
pick up
sure.
a 30-pound rock.
Well, if
Strength
you get
starts
more than
to
60
fall.
feet away from it, the spell ends.
Yeah, but I'm not 60 feet away. I'm standing like right here by the fucking room. Unless each of the small
Yes,
squares
but
is 5 feet.
when we go
Yes.
down that pit, it will be further.
Yeah, that's fine. I just thought I'd start getting a head start
That
on
just
that
seems
along.
Alright,
like a
Scraping
waste
out
of
the spell.
spells.
It's a ritual. It doesn't cost any spell slots.
That just seems like a waste of time.
Yeah, fine. You started like having your unseen servant just like slowly hauling some of the rocks away, clearing
like-
the cabin.
Yeah, strength 2 is like 30 pounds for regular lifting.
Yeah, it's slow work, but it's doing it, and it's being autonomous. So, what are you guys doing?
We should come up with a name for him.
Call him Barry.
Barry.
He looks like a
Barry.
Barry.
But
Well, he's unseen, so I'm not sure how he looks like a
that,
Barry.
that angry
but okay.
Scottish man that occasionally comes with us, he's called Barry.
No, I think he's Baze. Well,
He's not here.
I can chant another rock with light and toss it down the other shaft. Which
Alright.
side do you want to go?
We've got enough rope for both shafts.
Actually, now that you have a light on the bow shafts, you do notice that the shafts at certain parts actually have that same translucent thing from the security booth. Like it's large panels occasionally on.
Like, would that be have to go through or in the walls?
No. In the wall in between the two shafts. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Who feels athletic? Because I don't. I'm not particularly athletic.
I could begin.
All right. Off you go.
Okay, off I go.
I'll come next.
Wait, what are you guys? What are you guys doing?
We're going down the shaft with the rope.
Where did you put the rope to? What did you attach it to?
Park the boat outside, tie it to the boat.
Oh. Or the security station, I'm assuming, has a small little slot, like in the clear, which I'm assuming is plexiglass thing that people put stuff through, right?
It does have, yeah.
So can't we just loop the rope around that? Like around the pillar or whatever you want to call it of that part?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can attach it over there. That'll be fine.
What do you guys think?
Down we go!
I think I can climb
Ruffy
out.
starts
No matter
abseiling.
what.
Goes up sailing. All right.
That's how we done.
Abseil away. Abseil away.
There wasn't any special rules for like going down a rope when you weren't harassed by anything. Neither do you really want to care to look up.
You can. It's a DC 10 check, but I think you can just take 10 to pass it automatically if it's just a normal.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are probably taking your time. You're not under any kind of time duress, so it'll be fine. Oh
What
yeah,
is
I
easy?
will need to make a area so you guys can see everything. Give me a small moment.
No.
Hang on. There we go. Can you
I'm
guys see it? Swift?
blind!
Excellent.
I can't see shit.
It just is planned.
Where's Spliff?
He's here.
I feel you should be in front to keep the bad people far away from me.
I will keep the bad man away from Norman.
Who put Norman away?
Are you Norman? Bates,
Probably
or are you
hidden. Don't
Norman?
worry about it. I'm your tit.
I'm just Norman.
Do you sometimes pretend to be your dead mother?
He's just Norman. Abnormal Norman.
No. Norman is wearing a black Metallica t-shirt. It has like a picture in silver thread of 5 Warforged bards on the front.
That name seems so literal.
What do we see?
Alright, give me a moment. I'm not done yet. Come your tits.
It's really dark.
It
Does
is.
anybody have a lantern?
I have
Lantern.
night vision. I would have a
I've got some candles!
Incidentally, I found out before been playing the night vision, the dark vision rules that I wrong all this time.
Oh,
Yep.
I
Why is
kind
that?
of, on purpose didn't really care about darkness because I kept
yeah.
forgetting about it. I was like,
I
ah,
just
fuck
didn't
it.
realize. I was like, huh.
And you
Color.
fuckers arrive here.
I look
Oh,
at
sure
it.
it's dark and I can't see anything.
Well, you can arrive here. You can also go one more down even more, but this is a place you can end up in if you wish.
Where do we wanna go? Like, to the very bottom and work our way up?
That seems
To the
sensible.
bottom!
I
Okay.
was going to ask for a vote, but okay.
Oh, well, what do you
The
guys
sensible
vote? Do you
vote
stay here?
wins.
Do you get down?
Yes. We go.
Okay.
All right.
I gave him a Yes.
This damn
So what were you
place
getting
is
wrong
so
with dark vision, Griff?
Oh, you actually still have like penalties for low light and stuff with dark vision and
Yeah.
things like that. In low light vision.
Perception. Was it perception? that you
-5 to
got?
perception checks
Yeah.
in low
You
light.
can't see color.
Yeah, you can. Oh, yeah, you can't see color.
I assume that you can see through that.
No.
Is this correct?
Nope, we can't see it.
Excellent.
Basically, if you have dark vision and you're in the dark, you can see as if it was dim light. So
Okay.
you basically have like -5 on perception checks, but you can still see.
Right.
Which I had no idea.
Makes sense.
I was like, huh. But
If
basically,
it
yeah,
was
you can
just
see,
regular
like,
size.
yeah, you can see like basically like shades of gray out to like 60 feet with most races that have dark vision, unless you're a drow or deep gnome. But then yeah, you can see
Yes. And
you can
you
see
arrive at the
like
very
60 feet.
bottom over here. Notice that there is both of the things. It goes a bit down deeper. It isn't the complete bottom, but there is something blocking the way from going deeper.
All right. Is there 2 exits from this room?
There are. That is slightly. Actually, it doesn't even need to be that.
3 exits from the room?
Yes, there are 3 exits in the room. Two of them are simply doorway, not doorways, just corridors, open corridors, and one of them has a door.
Where do we want to go?
I take off my necklace and cast light on it.
All right. Oh boy.
We probably need another source of light.
Torches.
I don't have any.
You
I light a torch.
All right. You light a torch.
But soon I'll be able to make
Anything?
light globes out of anything.
But yeah, over. Here's my tool. There.
We shine a
is-
light on Ralphie and use the reflection of him as extra light. 'Cause he's golden.
There. No, not there, because that was the wrong fucking idiot.
That's a good idea.
Here is a door, and on the wall itself there is some kind of like extrusion and a panel that has some stuff on it. Nice big button, some form of slot that's currently empty, and a larger panel that is completely
Does
dark.
it look like it can take the thing we found at the top?
Nope, not one of those.
Guess comprehend languages.
Oh well, wouldn't that still be running?
No, because we were faffing about up there long enough for me to cast Unseen Servant.
How long does thingamajig last?
I think it's only like 10 minutes, isn't it? Let me double check. Let me double check.
Have a look.
It is. Oh, it's an hour. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something longer than 10 minutes. I was a bit confused.
How long?
Yeah, it is probably active. I mean, you have been faffing around. You haven't been faffing around for more than like 20 minutes. It didn't take you too long to get down. Currently, the panel itself that would seem to be doesn't have any power to it. It seems dead, but it does say above it like access required.
This
At
is
least that's your-
access required.
At least that's your best translation of it.
Shall we pick a direction and go?
Yes. It's maybe left.
Left it is.
Right, you go. Which one's left? Okay.
Which way's left?
Which way is left? Okay.
Can we use this compass,
with
please?
fast-
East.
Maybe east?
All right, you guys are going to go east.
How do you know we're going east underground?
Sure.
There's a compass in the sky. You don't see it?
I haven't drank much.
You go down the corridor, and you find yourself, if you like, go
Stealthily.
downward, you find yourself in a stairway that leads up.
Okay.
And
I would like to state that I will, unless while we're still investigating, I will be moving stealthily.
All right. Roll stealth for me.
Yeah.
While he's holding.
I'm
the
just
torch.
walking.
Yeah, I can just make no sounds with my feet. That's a 12.
12. All right.
Or I could hand the torch back to you guys, and I can scout ahead.
Well, and that probably just goes up to
Oh.
the next level, which we don't need to go yet because we want to clear this a level at a time. Yeah.
Um, 7. As you like sneak past, you start like heading towards this way, and you just like completely go past one of the robots, and it doesn't notice you at all. It's basically in a recess in the wall, like just doing nothing at the moment, just sitting there like a statue. You do notice it. Oh, you notice it kind of late as you're already walking past, but the thing just doesn't seem to be awake. It doesn't like even have like its normal eye things open. What do you do?
Well, this is just a stairway, right?
Yes,
I
but you
will-
just
I
went
will-
past one of the fucking murder bots.
Understood.
Oh no,
I
it's
see it
a
there.
it's a corridor that leads to a stairway, like a round stairway.
Right. Okay. I can come back and tell them what I found.
All right.
Said, I was able to sneak up the corridor. It leads to a stairway, and there's another one of those mechanical robots there. It did not activate, but I was using stealth and not walking normally.
All right. Well, as long as it's not coming here, I guess it's fine.
No, it did not activate, but we may have to sneak past it if we choose to go this direction.
Oh. Okay. As you guys are quietly talking about this, you start hearing clank, 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 clank on the stone
I
wall.
thought you said you didn't trigger it.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe talking about it did.
Well, good job, 7. Now we're all gonna die.
And as you see, as it like looks towards you guys, is Tuttle talking. It like both its arms are like its sides, like just a normal stride. It like fans its arms out a bit, and like both arms turns to claws. I want everybody to roll initiative.
Damn it, 7.
Well, I could have just left you all to die.
Oof. Oof.
Oof. Right in the initiative.
Don't worry, yours is better than mine. 6.
I was just checking to see if I have an initiative bonus. I don't.
Oh wow.
Good job, Ein. 1.
What did I get?
I got a 18.
It rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
So dead!
Okay. Just trying to decide if I wanted to do anything about that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a 4. I have +3.
Not if you roll a 1.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Tell you what, I'm feeling like a good guy today. You rolled a 14. How much is your bonus?
What?
What's your bonus?
My
3.
initiative bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 14 instead of your original roll, so you have 17.
I've seen this
Oh,
before.
yay.
And you activate your portent special ability.
Yep. I saw this happening. I knew this was gonna happen. There you go. So that bumps you up to 17.
Yay.
Then you can get the 2 meat bags to get in ahead of us, Hippo, so we don't get punched.
They're already in front of us, we're fine.
No, I mean initiative order-wise. Okay.
All right, creature's turn. Let's see, which one of you? Oh yeah, I forgot Vernon's with you. He's been completely quiet that even I forgot he existed. Wow, good job, Vernon. He rolled a. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna look at what his +2 is. He rolled 7.
Wow. Way to rub it in, Vernon. Okay.
All right. Damn it! I need to get a better system for this. like how I have my stat blocks, and unfortunately, sometimes when you click on the edge of this stat block to bring it up, it like changes its page, which I don't really
Just
want
like-
it to do that.
Save
Yeah.
as JPEGs.
That's what I did when I ran stuff. I saved them all to one Word document as, and I just scroll up and down it.
No, it's separate like PNT. It's just like the photo viewer itself, like because they're all in one folder, so it keeps like going through the folder itself. But yeah, I should probably just get a better photo viewer.
Save them as PDF.
Anyway, it is over here, and
So it's basically just like a normal person, but robot.
no, it's basically it looks humanoid, but it definitely doesn't look like a normal person. It is going to attack trash. It can actually reach you. No, it's basically it is humanoid, but its face doesn't have like a lot of the normal stuff. It doesn't look like have a nose. It has the general shape. It only has really eyes that are like glowing. Otherwise, it's very like gaunt looking. And
You're
pretty much all of its
Terminator skeletons, basically.
Terminator skeleton is a fairly good thing. But yeah, basically like actually what this thing, the model itself, is actually a fairly good representation, approximately. But less creature and more Terminator robot that like has a proper posture. Oh yeah, I can make its way to all the way over to 7.
Now it's your time to shine, Seven.
Now
Always
is your
my-
time to shine.
I
It's
just
trying to
realized my
play.
character is dual wielding staves for some reason.
Because
It rolled a 22.
That's it.
That's a hit. Excellent.
Oh, help a fallen.
And let's see how much damage this is. It does 9 points of damage and. Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, okay. Huh. I didn't read that right initially. Instead of like going for attack as you first like assume it simply grapples you.
Okay.
If I'm reading this correctly, you don't even get a chance to escape right now. Actually, no,
Okay.
does it? I'm just gonna say it out loud what it says. Instead of dealing damage, the thing can grapple the target. Escape DC 13. Am I incorrect in understanding that this is just a no-save grapple, and you can try and save it later? I want to be
think
sure
the-
about this wording, because this is a bit...
I think it's
Escape
normal
if it-
grapple. as far as
Yeah,
I
the
can
escape DC is 13, so I have to roll a dexterity save.
Okay, yeah.
Dice punching intensifies.
Didn't know. It's a 23.
Oh yeah, that's definitely higher than its DC. Okay, that one fails, so it's just gonna go for an attack. That is 23.
That hits.
Jeez.
All right, it does 8 points of damage.
Okay.
As it slashes, and you notice that its eyes and some of the lights on like the back of the skull seems to like all of a sudden like start blinking really rapidly, as it, like actually as it was like charging you, it did that. Like you saw its its eyes and some of the lights on the back of its skull like start lighting up the area a little bit, but now it has stopped doing that. And that is in fact its turn, because it did use one of its attacks to try and grapple, which it failed.
Okay. All right, I will attack it with my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
That's 20.
That hits.
Seven points of damage. Let's see. No, it's I wonder if stunning shot would work on this. Stunning strike would work on it.
So anyway, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, when you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike. So I will attempt to stun it.
All right.
DC is 14. It's a, let's see, Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. What was the DC again? Sorry.
14.
14. Yeah, I rolled 17.
I will attack it again with a quarterstaff.
Righty.
Okay, there we go.
How much damage did it do?
7.
7 points of damage. All right.
And this is a 23.
23 hits.
All right. All right, that's 9 damage. So
9 points of
16
damage.
total.
16
16 total so
total.
far. I will spend another key point to do Flurry of Blows. So I will do a, I guess a barehanded attack at this point. That is a 12.
12 to hit. No, unfortunately, it does not hit.
All right. A 23.
23 hits.
And that is 7 points of damage, so a total of 23 damage.
23 points of damage. As you're going through these like hits with the staff, like these bludgeoning hits from the staff and your punches, you notice this, unlike the other one, seems to have a bit better armor than the first one, or not really better armor. But it seems to be able to absorb like the blunt impact somehow way better than the other one. Maybe the other one's like just fragile with like age and misuse or something. So it feels like your attacks aren't being as effective as they should. That's your turn. Ein. Or were you going to do anything else?
I'll step. I'll keep in range, but I'll step around it to be out of the line of sight for the rest of the team.
All right, you basically just move around inside melee range. That's fine.
I
Ein.
look at the thing and I say, "You made this mistake, and I cut it."
I
All right.
cut him.
I cut him! I cut him!
Got him.
That's
Are you gonna stab him? No, I just cut him.
13.
13 unfortunately misses.
Stab him again.
I look at him. You think you this? You think you can dodge? I stab him again.
And then I had a popsicle.
Wow! Fuck you, game!
And then I had a popsicle.
I guess I will not be cutting you. But I'm gonna have smacked
you got lucky this time.
I'm gonna let you off with a warning this time.
Oh no.
I can't even smack him. I go
You
in the corner of shame.
you go for like attacks with your new sword, but the recent change like made you like off balance. You're not used to how you were before. So this feels a bit like uncomfortable and odd to you. All right. That was anything else or
I am disappointed.
all right. Griff,
Roll
your
for
turn.
disappointment.
I just look at the group, kind of like, jeez, what have I gotten myself into?
That's a high disappointment roll. 13.
That's pretty bad, huh? I'm going to go with a good old.
Fireball.
Yeah, fireball. I'm gonna go with hold person.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast hold person on him, just like boop.
And what does he need to roll or
He needs to
anything?
make a save. save against my spell DC of 16, and I just want to make sure. I think it's a willpower saving throw, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Old person. Will save, yeah. Willpower save.
Okay, so wisdom is the attribute, and you said 16?
Yeah.
It fails, and it's currently restrained.
Paralyzed.
Oh, yeah, paralyzed.
Restrained. Screwed. We get advantage against it and auto crit when we attack it.
Yeah, you basically use, like, manipulate forces around it in its joints, like, even though you don't completely understand them, but there are certain things about physics that are, like, easy to understand, and no amount of weird mechanical joints
I
will
tell
help.
the laws of reality to shut down and sit down and shut up.
Yeah, you pretty much any like any movement he tries to do is just like met with like absolute resistance, as if like he's currently encased completely in stone, and it just completely freezes up.
Gentlemen, I recommend you all get your licks in now.
Understood.
Okay,
That's
was
me.
that your turn?
That's
Okay.
Vernon.
Vernon like runs up to it and like is like, okay, boss, and then takes out his longsword,
Rolls with advantage.
also with advantage. Vernon's stat block, there it is. Rolled 50, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, well, no, wait, I don't even need to roll because it's an auto crit, right?
Yeah, it's auto crit.
Dirt. That's a long.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
One hit. That's 3 plus a lot. 8 points of damage.
It also auto
Six.
fails any dex or strength saving throws.
I'm just like mathing this shit up because I have very poor head math.
Mammoth. Turn over to Ralphie.
Okay, he does 24 points of damage. No, wait,
You
those are
have the sword,
crits.
Right.
Ah, fuck it. Alright. That's Vernon.
How's it looking?
Ralphie, you have a sword, right?
How's it looking?
It's actually looking not too bad, even with all of the damage.
Are there any like
done to
holes
it.
into the insides of it?
Yeah, there's a bit. Like there's a bit that's Vernon.
If I
just
cast a
made.
spell, can that crit?
If you're within
Yeah,
5 feet
yeah,
of
I'm
it,
just
yes.
reading the paralyzed rule. I walk within 5 feet of it.
As long as it's a
Alright.
spell attack.
Oh.
Eh?
I don't have any of
Just have a
those.
2-hit roll.
I don't
Like
have any of
Fireball
those. Then I stay where I am. I've fallen over. I'm upside down.
Help! I can't get up.
We're the best.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna be
Michael.
like, I'm like concentrate on like it's made of metal, isn't it?
Give me advantage so I can take concentration.
It has some metal bits, but most of it is looks more like stone or
Metal
ceramic.
bits are fine. I cast heat metal on it, like on the insidey bits.
That's mostly just its claws.
Oh
Oh,
no!
well, it's not like this has gone wrong before. I cast heat metal on it.
Okay.
It takes 2d8 fire damage. Wee.
Can you give
That's
me
fine.
advantage?
No, I can't give you
Timbo?
advantage.
Or
Right, it takes
thingy.
10 fire damage. If it wants to try and drop the stuff, it's gonna have to do a Constitution saving throw to draw. Oh no, no,
You can't drop it.
no. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. Okay, yeah, that's never gonna happen. Disadvantage
Yeah, you
on
can't drop it.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn, which I just redo it again anyway, so it does it again. And then I'm gonna be like, your spell, bro, spell it up. Inspiration.
That's fucking terrible.
I need another D8. Like, could you give me some, like a D8? Or a couple.
I can use a D8.
Thank you.
All good.
Well, I give
More
people them
D8s.
so I know who I've given them to.
Okay. Creature's turn.
Oh yes, creature's turn. Let's see.
I vote after we kill this one, we carry it upstairs and dissect it.
Why carry it
you
upstairs?
notice, just like the other one, or the one that you fought, or the people who fought the last one, it does the same thing as last time, where it's like
Oh, wait.
starts repairing
This is the same.
or regenerating like damaged
This is
parts.
the same one we met in the other temple place.
Yeah, the small place, the small hidden structure
mines,
inside
yeah,
the
yeah.
mines itself. Yeah.
We fought these before. It's gonna repair, and then it might go and hide in the ceiling. Cripple it.
So it's not going anywhere.
Cripple it.
It's literally going nowhere at the moment.
For now.
Yeah, it outside of regeneration, can it save against that?
End of the turn, it can make a willpower saving
Okay,
throw.
so that's end of its turn. It can't really do anything else. No. Roll a 5. Oh, it's still restrained. Yeah, trash.
Trash your auto crit and
Right.
have advantage on your attacks.
Oh, awesome.
Well-
So,
Yeah, if it's an outer crit, it's an outer hit, isn't it?
No, you still have to roll with advantage to hit for some fucking reason. Don't ask me why.
Magic.
Okay.
I am going
It might just be like a 4
Sure, don't
players
roll a
thing,
one,
so if they get
maybe.
paralyzed, they aren't completely auto-fucked.
I think it's so you still have the option to roll a 1 and not hit, basically.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably it. All right, so I will
Probably
attack.
more to get through its hide. Ooh.
You like that?
Hard.
Ha! I roll like I'm today with advantages.
Wow.
That's a
Do not roll like
13.
me.
13 unfortunately does not hit as he goes to like stab it,
Ah,
but it's like naturally regenerating armor like shifts ever so slightly to
that
like
is so
repair a part where
annoying.
you're doing a blow and like it just takes the impact.
19.
5,000 attacks.
Yeah,
That hits.
it's still
19 is-
annoying when it's held and you miss. That's 11 damage, and I will step back and do soul blows for the rest of them.
Okay. So that's
I'll
11 points of
cast
damage.
I cast whatever it is. The flurry of blows.
Hadouken.
That is a 14.
14 to hit. Unfortunately, does not hit.
Fucking of course. I'm just so
It's-
annoyed with this.
it's
Just
stony-
bullshit. Yeah, and it misses. I didn't do anything.
Oh my. That's
That's
unfortunate.
okay, guys. I can hold it for
Why
some
are you
time.
having such difficulty?
No. Because
basically-
RNG. It's 100% RNG. There's nothing I
Why are
can
you
do
so
about it.
angry? I cast
Uh,
inspiration. Calm yourself.
Say to yourself.
Remember, you're a
Alright,
monk.
I near turn. Roll with advantage.
You're
Go on, chop
a
its
worst
fucking head off,
monk.
but don't damage it too much.
I did hit once, so I get to.
21.
I did
That hits.
11. I did 17 damage on the one hit I managed to do out of 4.
There you go.
That's so stupid.
I just realized when I
Ten.
looked to my
Fucking
right,
held.
Don't forget
Plus-
the extra stuff. 1 point of damage.
Plus 2.
So what's that in total?
13.
13. All right. You
is that with
you
the
notice?
crit, eh?
Oh,
Is that with the crit?
No.
Oh,
Remember to double your result from your dice.
okay. 15, 18.
18. Okay.
And I
Yes.
cut it again.
All right.
I cut him. He owed me money.
17. That hits, right?
Yes, 17 hits. Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
Oh, another 10.
Wow.
Oh, well, no, well, okay, another 10. Okay.
Wait, did you roll 2 20s?
Yep. Got
You rolled 2 10s, so a 20 of total. Okay, this is interesting. Ein, as you go through these sword bows, you finally hit this with this thing, and you like start chopping it, and you notice like unlike Seven, who had like difficulty in hitting this thing, your sword itself starts like almost eating this thing. Like for some reason, well, you don't know yet, but it like starts cleaving through it with extreme ease, and like you just go for like one attack across it, and then you're like, huh, that's really easy, and then you just go straight for its head and like basically bisect its head straight down the middle and just instantly kill it.
whoopie-doo.
All right. Is it still regenerating while it's in bits?
No, it basically like its head has been destroyed and it stopped like regenerating. You start noticing that the stony surface of it starts like basically melting away. Like actually no, it doesn't start. It melts away for a moment and then it's like starts hardening and brittling. And as it like falls over, it like cracks open and you like see this like metal inner skeleton of this thing basically.
It has like a whole.
There are some text that you can read, but most of it that's on the skeleton itself seems to be like a series of lettering and numbers that don't really make much sense to you. Looks like almost like a maker's mark or something.
I jot them down. I'm trying to build a working alphabet over here of this fucking thing.
That's fine. These letters and strings almost seem more like a serial number or something.
Okay. Well, now. That wasn't so bad, now was it?
Wow, you killed it so quick that the other creature didn't even have enough time to get here yet. And that, as you fought this thing and like saw it crash down, you noticed like your clack, 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 clack coming from the behind you guys.
Oh no, turn around.
And as you see, I probably shouldn't have deleted
It's
that one.
conveniently my initiative.
We need your initiative. And as you see it like appear, no, that's a goblin. What the fuck?
Oh no! A
Shit,
gauntlet.
run!
That's the correct. It appears it's coming towards. It seems it was trying to run towards. Wait, god damn it! It's the fucking fault of making things look the same. You forget which board you're supposed to be on. It gets all the way over here. It looks like the other one somehow voicelessly had called for help, but yeah, I had kind of forgot about that and sword.
And Sword's like, lol.
Yeah. Your turn.
Shooter!
I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Alright, and he needs to
Yes,
take a
old
willpower
person.
save.
An old person appears.
Old person.
What was your DC?
16.
It rolled a 16 and has no plus or
No, it
minuses.
doesn't. It rolled a 3.
It rolled a 3. Alright. And you're... With Portent, you activate your special abilities, and yeah, it is currently held by your magics again. Same thing as with the
Visually-
first one.
Visually, I just want, like, burning bands of fire, basically locking it in place.
Alright. Burning band of, like, infernal fire just, like, starts
Smells
crawling
vaguely of
around.
brimstone.
Like, you notice, like, these bands of fire, like, shoot out from the ground, sneaking around and, like, binding it in place. It would probably be terrified by this, if it could feel terror.
Alright. Vernon, go and put it in the ground.
Oh, okay, so that was your turn. You're not going to do anything else?
I'm just gonna turn to it and, like, just chill.
Alright, Vernon's going to start... Can he even make it that far? It doesn't have too fast of a walk speed.
Well, Seven's going to be there, like, yesterday.
Well, he starts making his way there. Yeah, he like sprints over there to start smacking this bitch down. And that's his turn. Hippo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yo, get hot, son, and cast heat metal on it again.
Get hot, son.
You technically need to see the metal.
But it's
to be
called
able
a
to
metal,
heat it.
isn't it?
Oh yeah. He would have them out. Like I'm saying,
Damn,
like
my
they don't.
toy
They aren't
hand.
always out. Is what
Well, I
I'm saying.
assumed
But this
Damn,
one they
this-
have.
Bastard robot
Uh,
hands.
9 fiery do damage.
All right, 9
And
fire
then,
dead.
Um,
Insulted.
no, I can't, because that's an action. I was just checking.
Damn it. Any way to give a disadvantage on will saves?
No.
Cool.
I hit it good. Catman,
7.
Yes.
inspiration.
Try to hit it.
You are inspired.
You should do a Scatman impression.
Scabba-dooba-daddy.
Ma-
I'm a Catman. And
Wow.
just like that, he's
Dabba-dabba-bop.
inspired. Hey, that doesn't mean you can move.
I've already moved and
It's
come back. What do
just
you mean?
inspiration. I'm not doing Golden Boy, and I move up a little bit.
Go, Trash! Beat its
I've
face!
moved and come back 5 times by now. What?
Beat its face!
Oh no, sorry. The where is it? Oh yeah, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Oh, but they're not saves. Don't worry.
No good.
Right, I will do 2. I will hit it with a soul strike.
Oh,
I will attempt to.
If you're in 5 feet.
That is 7.
Inspiration. Oh, okay.
May have lost the lady.
what? Sorry.
Roll a 17 to hit.
Oh, 17. Oh, sorry. I heard you say 7. So I was like, yeah, 17 hits. Sorry.
Okay, that's 11. I'll do another soul strike. That's another 17.
Okay.
That's another 11. And I will do a bonus action soul strike. Which is a 27.
Uh-huh.
And another 11. So 33 points of damage.
33. All right.
Radiant damage. I don't know if that matters or not.
Yeah, it does. But for your benefit.
Also, all my punches are considered magical now.
All of your punches?
All my attacks are magical.
Oh, okay. That is technically important.
And boop, 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 boop. I think that's it for me, burning me. I'll move to the side to not obscure line of sight. Stay in range.
Okay. Yeah. Ein's turn.
Mhm.
What are you doing, Ein?
So what is before me?
Before you, there is nothing. There is just the destroyed remnants of the thing. Behind you, if you look, there is in fact another one who was coming to reinforce, but was a bit too late.
So it's just him there.
It's currently just him there.
You are too late to save your brother. Now you will join him, and I attack him.
I wish they had LED lights in their face.
Sorry, that's wrong.
It's over 60 feet away. Do you have enough walking distance to be able to get there?
No, I'm just gonna shoot him with a bow.
Oh, okay. Do you have arrows?
Yeah, I have a couple of arrows left.
I can't be bothered to walk. Funk.
So you're doing this with the thing?
That's the wrong fucking.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm doing it with a bow.
Your own bow, or you're doing it with the new thing?
It becomes a bow.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. Well,
Who
some of
stole
you
my
noticed
die?
that as Spliff has his like the sword out, and all of a sudden it shifts in shape in his hand and turns into like a long bow.
Well, that's not worrying.
You also, if you're close enough, you can hear like crackling sound of like obsidian breaking and like almost like wood bending as it shifts its shape. It does it very quick though.
I
Near
launch an
instantaneous.
arrow and I take a deep breath
And then I
And
missed the
I-
game.
and I let loose.
You let loose. Shot.
Then I had to music.
Yay! 24. Was that a hit?
Yes, that is a hit.
Tight. Four damage.
4 points of damage. Alright.
Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing.
This is technically not a crit because you're not in range for the critical.
No, it's not a crit. I actually.
Oh, did we get critical damage on all these attacks?
No,
Well,
except for you, Trash.
It's sorry, it's a 5 damage.
Did I?
If you're in my 5-foot range, yeah, then you did.
Then I did an additional 18 damage, so 49 damage.
okay.
It's 5 damage I do to this thing.
5 damage in total.
Yep.
And
I.
again, like with the last one, as like you did strikes towards it, even though this is an arrow that isn't made from the bow itself,
Yep.
it seems like it's almost imbued with this almost hatred as it like hits this like automaton, and it does more damage than it has any reason that it should. It's not dead this time though. It's just more wounded than it should have been.
You think I can shoot it again? I think. I
Yeah,
can
you
shoot
still
it
have another attack.
twice. 18.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, wow. 11 plus 1, 12.
12. Alright.
So 17 all in all.
I'm just trying to do some math. Really poor dead math for some reason. Yeah, this as you do again, as you lose an arrow, this time you hit its like head square in the face. I mean, it's still not dead, but this time it's starting to look real fucking bad.
Pretty sure
And
it looked like
it's-
it was bad
it's-
before.
Was that your turn? Anything else, Simon?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. And
Fireball to the face.
as like the other one, this one also on its own turn starts to regenerate a bit. Although due to all of the damage done to it, it doesn't do much, and it attempts to escape the hold person? It does not.
Yay.
Cannot roll
Firebolt
over a
to the
16.
face.
Firebolt to the face. Excellent.
Firebolt.
Hey, a firebolt.
Yes. Not gonna waste a third level spell on one guy. Mad. It's okay, I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. Yeah.
Yep, I just use it to just like carve out my signature on the floor next
Give
to it.
Spliff a
Just like
haircut.
Yep. Yeah, I meant to do that. That's my turn.
Alright. Vernon's turn. Vernon's gonna start smacking it. Because it finally got its face. And does he even hit a single time? Actually, no, that's 11. That hits.
Advantage, right?
Yeah, it rolled with advantage. Or he rolled with that advantage. 7 plus. No, that's a miss. That's a miss. Jesus, only one hit, really? Good fucking job, man.
I know those feels.
6 plus. Not a lot of damage. You can see Vernon just like try and like hack it, but like for some reason, even this like thing that's standing still cannot do anything to dodge or respond. But its natural armor is just too fucking tough for like it to like Vernon to like beat through it, and it still lives. Hippo, your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You're made of metal. That makes you prone to rusting if not cared for properly. And he's gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw against my
Alright.
vicious mockery.
You're not golden as me.
Yeah, he's got to roll higher than a 16.
It did not.
It did not.
Did not roll over a 16. So it was a
Yeah,
wisdom, right?
So he takes two psychic
Yeah.
damages, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna heat him up some more.
Okay. Does it? Actually, it's a concert. Can't even take psychic damage? You like use Vicious Mockery. Can a concert do it? Fuck it. Let's say it can.
Unless it says specifically it's immune
Yeah,
to psychic
it just
damage,
says.
can.
Fine. It's, yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
and then yeah, I did 8 fire damage with my heat metal.
8 fire damage.
I
Alright.
mean, I assume it can since it has wall saves.
I wasn't just sure, so I just said fuck it, whatever. Let's say it does. I mean, it is a construct, so I was wondering if that would affect, but, you know, that's about be pendatic right now.
I mean, can't you insult undead?
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Trash, it's your turn. The thing in front
Okay.
of you is now, like, bruised, bashed, shot, and burned. Also, somehow, it feels a bit sadder, somehow. Even though it does not have emotions, its faces look sadder. Maybe it's all the bashing.
You look sad. Don't be sad. Be dead instead.
You can pretty, like,
I will attempt
It's-
to shoot a soul bolt at it.
as long as you make a hit.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Don't move phases. HP counter.
try again. That's an 18?
Yep, that hits. And with that, how would you like the murders this time? It's really low on HP. You just
Okay.
need to hit it.
I would like to just wind up C7. A glint hits his eye. He pulls his fist back, and he shoves it forward towards the machine, screaming, "Jump!" And you see you hear a crack of thunder, and a ray of light shoot through the robot, pierce his skull, and burn its way through to the other side.
I'm pretty sure you mean Hadouken.
Yes, I do. But that's not all I said because of copyright
job.
reasons.
Good job announcing us to everything in the area.
I'm pretty sure the battle did that too.
No,
says
I'm pretty
that.
sure the crack of thunder was louder.
Yeah, the battle was kind of quiet.
I am the thunderous seven fists of heaven, after all.
So let's quickly see.
Well, we better check out the side corridor. Also, I just got a really bad feeling for some reason.
Oh no. Don't you worry. It's fine.
7, go look round the corner.
I got an even worse feeling.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? Combat is ended. Initiative. You are no longer initiative. You are free to do what you wish.
Should we take these corpses up so we can examine them?
We can't look at them here?
Well, like, are we gonna stay down here for hours?
Tie
on
one to a
end?
rope and tell the schmucks to pull it up.
Then drop
Obviously,
the rope
yes.
down again. How heavy are these things, Liddy?
They're surprisingly light. They're no more than like 20 kilograms.
I summon my unseen servant and like get him to bring the corpses over here.
Okay.
We sit around for
yeah.
10 minutes.
I don't know about you, but
7,
I'm tired.
go look
I'm
round the
all
corner where that
imaginary.
thing came from.
I go look around the corner where that thing came from.
All right. You go look, and you see another corridor that leads to a stairway. As you explore the corridor and the stairway, you do notice that it does not seem to go down. It only goes up. Looks like this is the last level you can go with the stairway.
Are there any other exits from
I
where
look
we were?
inside the hole. Is there an opening on the
Uh,
other side of the holes?
On the other
Yes,
side of
so
the
if
holes?
we come out of the hole that way, is there a way out of the hole that way? Underneath a
Nope.
suspiciously placed bear.
No, there are in fact nothing over there.
Okay. I investigate the area. I look for hidden panels, doors, trapdoors, keys, tapping on the walls, knock, 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 hollow sounds, yay, nay.
Make an investigation check for me.
Anybody else gonna help?
I'll look around.
Oh wow, you rolled a 1.
That's 9.
Well, it's a 1.
1 isn't auto fail on skill checks.
I know, but is this for for me? How I run ones is it considers no added benefits from abilities.
5% of the time I'm useless.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, if you think it's unfair, you can try and
I could cry in the corner.
we can argue about this later.
I cry in the corner.
You cry in the corner. All right, but you go look around, tapping on walls, doing all kinds of stuff.
I can't see anything through my tears.
You can't see anything through your tears, and you all of a sudden feel like large.
Existential crisis underground.
Yeah, and you feel like you've been slighted in some way. There's something I cannot do. I just realized that.
Funny.
And unfortunately, through your tears and crying, you can't see. You can't find anything. Even like the large sculptures on the walls are completely blind. You're completely blinded to.
Everything's just a blur.
Everything's just a blur. It's
Sounds
dark. You totally can't see shit. Everything just looks like stony bullshit. Fucking bullshit. There's nothing for me to read.
Everything's unfair. Nothing's great.
Okay. Is there another
Yeah, there's
exit
this
from this
door
place?
here.
There is a single door there with the panel for the extrusion.
I read it.
You read the well. That was the panel that had the requires access.
I try the door.
The door itself does not budge, as it does not have like any handles on it.
I push on it.
You push on the door, and it does not move.
Pull on it.
You try. It's very hard to try and pull on the door, as it doesn't lacks any sort of handles or anything of that like. But you still try using somehow, something you try and pull, but even
Does the
with
door
a
have a
tiny
window?
little pull force.
Does the door have a window?
No, it is a plain stone door.
Hmm.
Well, not a complete plain. It has like some decorative recesses in it.
Ideas?
Monks! Kick it down!
I could try.
Split it down the middle.
Let's shoot it with a soul bolt.
Spliff it down.
Alright, you shoot it with a soul bolt? Alright. You don't need to roll on attack, because I can assume you can hit a door.
No, I can miss 4 crits in a row.
Just roll damage.
Okay.
You're not trying to hit anything small or specific in it.
I mean, I
Just
meant to
roll
shoulder
damage.
barge it, but okay.
That is a 10.
10 points of damage. You hit the door with your mighty soul bolt or whatever, and you do a small hole.
I peek through.
Which doesn't actually go
Oh.
through, it just creates a small crater in the door.
Next! Spliff!
Punch it again.
Yes.
Cut a hole in the door.
I will
Cut
try
it in
to
half.
spliff the door.
Alright. Roll straight damage. You can hit a door.
Yay!
You're just
Oh,
trying to
door.
bash down a fucking door or cut a door, so just roll straight damage.
Yay!
How many fucking dice do you roll?
Mini.
I do 4 damage. And I try to attack it again.
Why are you rolling the d4 twice, Ein?
Because he's a monk thing, doesn't he?
Does he?
Oh. Wait, no?
Rules you wouldn't understand.
Monk stuff.
Monk stuff.
Doesn't he have like Kinsei damage for like weapons or
Yup.
something?
Okay, can't say damage. And then the thing.
Yeah.
How much damage in total did you do, Ein?
Ba-ba-da-ba-da. With my 2 attacks, I did
7.
my 2 attacks. I did like 17 damage.
Alright. You slash at the door, creating small depressions in the wall due to where you slash. The door still holds though.
Then kick it down.
Can't you cut the hinges off?
It does not have hinges. It's not. It doesn't have hinges, and as you like closer investigate it a bit, it looks like it's some form of sliding door. Like it goes up or down. You can't really tell. It moves in some direction. Maybe they go apart.
Pound on it with some fire blast.
Pound on it with some fire blast. You do create like more firebolt, probably.
Yep.
And you create some more craters in it. You've been able to create a small dent in it, or not a small dent, but like a medium-sized dent for a door. But there's still just more stone behind it.
I'm just gonna use my fucking. I'm just gonna keep casting flaming bolt, basically like an arc welder, and see if I can just burn through it.
Okay. You start creating. What kind of shape do you want to try and do for it?
Yeah, just a small hole to start with. I mean, once we got a hole, we get some leverage. We can try some stuff.
All right. You start doing a small hole. What are the rest of you guys gonna do for as he starts like burning a small
Watching.
hole in?
We'll look around, see if there's any obvious keys or indentions that we might be
Hey,
able
look
to
at him. A little help, if you don't mind.
I offer moral support,
Insulted.
and your inspiration has run out as well.
Oh.
Yep, yeah, that's
So-
you're heating up that door. Keep going.
Come on, you two other tappets. Hit the
That's
door.
not really much Ralphie can do here.
Okay. So instead of having everybody roll damage, who's going to be trying to burn a hole in the door, and what are you going to be using?
I'm just recasting Flame Bolt over and over and over again.
Yeah, you're basically at this point you're casting it like so much. It's basically just like a beam. You're basically like using a thermal drill at this point.
Yeah. I mean, eventually something needs to give, right?
Yeah, one would assume. The rest of you, are you going to be even trying?
Bang on the damn
Yes.
door.
Yeah, I will be trying with my electric eyes. And actually, probably more my soul blows. Flinging more of that radiant energy at the door.
Ralphie's just kind of stood there chuckling to himself.
I'm turning. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Just Ralphie things.
I want to roll inside. Is he like? Is he shitting me?
Are you fucking with me right now?
17.
With 17, you do notice that apparently is up to something, and you haven't noticed at what point, but as you like look at Rolf and like, what the fuck is he up to? Look at the back of the door, and it kind of creates a small commotion, and everybody looks at him for a moment, and like, what the fuck? And as you look back at the door, it looks like it's completely undamaged.
So this does not appear to be a good way to do this.
Ralphie draws the illusion.
For a moment you notice that like an illusion was like suffused in front of it, and like it drops, and you go back to the pocket mark cratered and damaged door.
I look back at him. I look back at the door. I make a note for later.
Always with the jokes, Ralphie.
I'm gonna carry on burning the door.
Alright. And as you like burn a hole for a while, you all of a sudden you hear this ethereal voice like, you can't really tell where it's coming, like, can you please stop that?
No!
Hello.
Hello? Please
Who is
don't burn
this?
the hole in the door, you'll let them out.
Let who out?
The things, I don't know what your language calls them.
Who am I talking to, and what language are we speaking?
Yeah, I'm talking your language. I do not know what you call it. I am Finn.
Guys, there's somebody called Fam.
Yo, fam, what up?
That is not my name. I am Vim.
Vim,
So,
Vim Van.
Ah, Vim. How can you see us?
In a way,
What are
So
you?
what's behind the door?
I am an artificial intelligence.
What?
A construct, I believe.
That is correct.
So what's behind the door?
That is where the main reactor is. However, it is currently infested by energy leech. Says
Is that the same as the constructs out here?
that is a no. Those are this facility's defensive system.
They appear to be defective.
That is a negative. They are completely functional. However, I am not in control.
I look over. Are they still damaged?
They've been lifted up by a
the
rope.
Defense robots?
They got.
Yeah, they're still broken
I
and
thought they
destroyed.
got roped up.
So I don't hear any like screaming. I don't hear any like screaming from above and like blood splattering or anything.
Nope.
I think it's lying to us.
Where's the profit in lying?
So, Mr. Intelligence,
Yes,
is this your house?
it is technically, you could say, my house.
Would you mind awfully opening up the other doors and getting the creatures to stop attacking us?
Unfortunately, I cannot open that door. It is currently in lockdown.
What about the other doors?
I am able to control them.
Can you open this one?
This is both.
That
Can-
is a no. It is currently in
Can you
lockdown.
open it a little bit?
That is a no. I cannot open it
Guys,
at all. It is in
Keep
lockdown.
burning a hole in it.
Please do not.
What's in the rest of this facility?
There is the main room where I am housed, and there is the reclamation room. There is also, unable to translate, creation room?
Where do you keep the sweet
Reclamation room?
loot?
Where's the portal to send us all home room?
That does not exist in this
You
facility.
motherfucker. Keep burning that hole.
Where's
Please
the loot?
do not. It is for your own safety.
Where's the loot? Damn it!
The loot? I do not understand
Loot.
this
Fat
word.
loot.
I do not understand fat loot.
Have you met your
Wow.
match?
Can you turn on the lights?
I can. Please wait a moment. And with that, you hear lights going on, like click, 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 and you are bathed in bright white light.
Would you be so kind as to ask the Guardians to not attack us anymore?
Unfortunately, I have no command over defensive constructs.
Well, that's somewhat
I was
inconvenient.
not given any authority over them.
How many floors to this facility?
There are currently 3 floors available to your access.
How many in total?
There are currently, in calculating, there are 75 floors available that are
Oh, God.
currently in livable state, however, unable to access.
Shit, so this place is
And
pretty
this
big.
place is a...
This houses me, them. It also handles research and development against deleted.
And it was built by...
Deleted. Unfortunately, this information has been, well, deleted. It is, however, the creators. I have named them such since I do not have any other name.
Okay. How long have you been here, AI?
I have been here for calculating, warning, chronometer damaged, approximating. I have been in here for 8,000 years plus.
Oh, that is quite a long time.
Hmm.
Was there a catastrophe here?
That is technically correct. Locational catastrophe cannot be used. Global event, yes.
You mentioned an energy leech.
Correct.
Is that inhibiting your operation somehow?
That is correct.
Well, open this door and we'll hack and show it what's up.
Unfortunately, I cannot do that as it is in
Well,
lockdown.
okay.
I do not have lockdown relief
Keep milking
privileges.
the door.
How would you disable lockdown?
I would require a proper security key.
Show him that
Does it look
thing!
Like
Does the key look like this?
That is correct. I am
Which key is
unable
that?
to identify at range if that is the correct one, however, but that is what information and data modules look like.
Where?
Where
if
can
we-
we present it to you?
That would be in the main Vim chamber
Which is?
in level 2, 1 level higher.
Onward!
How many security constructs per floor?
Calculating 2.
Are you able to disable them?
No.
I am unable to have no authority over them. However, if energy leeches are disabled, I can over calculating proper translation. I can overload the security system, causing them to disable and reboot. That should grant me access, or at least disable them.
Hey, Seven. You've got the key. You're speedy. Why don't you just run up there and plug it in?
Why don't we just burn through the door, kill the leech, and then they're all under his control?
No, because we still got to plug the thing in.
Misconception detected. There are multiple leeches.
Is the leech a corporeal?
If you were
entity?
to give the leeches
Eh.
some kind of rating based on like how bad they were, what would the rating be? How
Yeah,
much
you-
challenge
you
would they
give a rating.
provide?
Yes.
Unable to calculate insufficient information above for users.
Okay, so we burn a hole through the door, kill the things, come out, go upstairs, plug the thing in, kill the other things.
Do
We
note
don't
that
need to.
after this door, there is another door that is a blast door.
Okay, so we go upstairs and plug the thing in, then come back downstairs and open the door and kill the things.
Sounds good.
I vote Seven goes and does it. Because he's quick.
I am more than willing to go. It
Why
won't
don't we
take
just
me
all
very
go
long.
upstairs?
Because then we have to fight.
So, weren't we gonna do that
Well,
anyway?
yeah, but if there's bad things in here, then we should be more good to fight them. With the prepare fight.
You lost me.
Are you having a stroke?
I am activating medical scanners. Negative. He does not have brain aneurysm.
Yeah, Ralphie think real good.
Does appear
So
so.
what-
We go upstairs. We battle the two creatures. We insert key.
Onward!
Is that what we're doing?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Spliff, what do you
Alright.
think? Oh, wise and aged one. Ah.
That's what I
Such
thought he would
wisdom.
say.
Okay. We're going upstairs, I guess.
Okay. You guys collect yourselves, and which way are
Which
you
way
going?
is the quickest way to get
left,
to your
this
stuff?
way? Calculating. Equal distance.
Let's go left, because last time we went right.
East it is.
West.
Alright, west. You guys head west. And you walk up the stairs and arrive. Oh, wait, you can't go that way. Forgot, there's rubble.
No, we go back down the stairs and go east.
Son
It's
of a
my fault. I
bitch.
kind of forgot which one had the rubble.
Son of a bitch AI.
Unfortunately, some of my facility sensors are damaged.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
He is technically correct.
Oh yeah, do we just want to
And arrive
do we just
there.
want to shout and activate these things?
If we can get both together, I can expend a single spell slot. to do
Seven.
both.
We'll hide here. You run and activate them both and get them to chase you.
Do.
We'll follow up. Try and like corral him in that middle room.
Do so. And it was great success, you can tell.
Okay, what are you guys
7
doing?
runs.
So you, all right. So then you start sprinting through the halls, going past a robot hidden, not really hidden, in a recess in the wall,
Yes, and
and you go past.
And I say,
Better
come
be-
after me.
Very being loud and obnoxious in general, trying to attract its attention, and you succeed. It activates. Let me just quickly check if. Oh, nope, it does not notice the rest of you. Jesus. What are your plans now? It's behind you.
I run back
No,
to
you gotta get the other one!
No.
I go back and
We
get the other
all
one.
move up a bit and like peek around the corner.
Alright.
Foo.
Okay, so you head towards there. And when you arrive there, you notice there's, again, one of these things in the wall. One of these things in the wall. Keeps chasing you. It activates. What do you do? I would also like everybody to roll initiative now.
I come back to the center room. I have both.
I made friends.
Say that they're
And
gonna be here.
peace.
Let's say at the start of the battle, they're going to be here. 7 is going to be here, and the rest of you guys are
16. Don't know where Ryan is. Last I saw, he was sending me videos on Discord.
I'm here.
Okay. Huh.
Where?
Roll
I'm here.
initiative.
Boop, boop.
So what do you think of the plan, Nine?
26.
The automatons roll 20 and a 10.
Natural 20?
Natural 20.
Natural 19. Oh, initiative, it's a 22. I mean, oh.
Fucking hell, man. What was
Uh,
it?
And
automatons?
20 for one of them. And
Yeah.
10 for the other.
Correct, Mundo.
Trash.
23.
Vernon?
Oh shit. I keep forgetting about Vernon. My own fucking, like, an NPC I made. Like, always keep forgetting. He rolled a. Ooh, how much is dex? That's a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
He is
That's why I submitted
supernatural.
the order.
So he's after trash and iron.
Okay, let's get the shit on the road. Go, automaton.
Automaton goes. And it's this one. It goes and straight up just charges. 7 goes for an attack.
I'm a sweet
Actually, no, it's gonna try and grapple you. Actually, yeah, it's gonna try and grapple you. So roll a dexterity saving throw.
That's 17.
17. Jesus, you have a lot of dex. Yeah, that fails. Yeah, just roll again. It's really gonna try and grapple you.
Back touch, no! That's an 11.
That failed, and you are currently grappled by it. Unfortunately, it used most of its attacks to do that, so it doesn't do anything. Your turn. You can use your action to try and attempt an escape.
Yes, I will do so.
Okay, that will take your action then.
One of them, I have several.
Nope. You only have
Which
one
one?
action.
Who just joined Discord?
Griff
Oh,
left and
okay.
joined back.
Rolled a natural.
Yeah, nat 20, yeah, that succeeds. But that was your
Yeah.
action.
I will use a bonus action to shoot a soul bolt at him.
Can you use a bonus action to attack if you hadn't attacked?
Nope.
No. then I will move away.
Oh, okay. Wait, if you
Disengage.
you're gonna use your key point to do a bonus action to disengage.
Oh, I guess not. I guess I will just that'll
I mean,
be
you can
my
move
turn.
away, but because disengage is an action, and you use your action to escape its grapple.
Yep, that's right. You're right. You're right.
So
I will just move back. Within range, but back from them.
you're
Do
moving
not-
where?
To the side to not obscure them from.
Oh,
being shot
okay,
by
yeah,
people.
makes sense. All right. That's trash. Ein.
Yeah. So how far away from? How far away is that guy?
Count the squares.
That golem thing, construction thing.
40 feet.
So I can't reach him.
Do you have a movement speed of 40?
Yeah, I do actually. Ha ha ha.
Yes, you can make it all the way there and start smacking the bitch out.
I'm gonna go smash him. Smash,
Smash.
smash.
Baculum smash.
Yay, 25.
25 hits.
You guys have evasion, right?
Not yet.
What do you mean?
Oh, I was wondering if you have evasion.
No, level 7.
Griff wants to know if he
Not
can fuck
fireball.
you up.
I wanted to know if I could drop a fireball.
No. Level
you
7,
can.
yes.
Wow,
Okay, I'm gonna need one of you to die so I can use your blood to cast something.
that's 15.
Vernon,
15.
fuck her up.
Smash it again.
15 points of damage.
A
Alright.
natural 20.
Got 20. Nice.
So that's a 2 damage dice.
Yes, to double your dice.
So 12 plus 3 plus 1. Yeah. So that's 17.
17 points of damage total? Or
Uh,
that for those attacks?
Yeah, for those no, for that attack.
Alright. Anything else?
So I did 2 attacks and both did decent damage. I think it was 15 and then 17.
Alright. Anything else? Fine.
Sorry, what?
Do you do anything else? Have you done all
Nope.
of your action?
I've
All right.
done, no, I'm gonna smack it once. Sorry. I'm gonna roundhouse kick it. No, 14 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Then I
Alright,
can't
so-
do anything.
Alright, that was your turn. Vernon's. Vernon's over there. He's too far. He has to dash. Make it there. That's his turn. Hippo.
What's Ralphie gonna do? What is Ralphie gonna do?
WWRD.
Ralphie's gonna go golden. So everybody gets their 8 temporary hit points and can move their reaction if they want and not take any attacks of opportunity. And then I'm gonna, well that's not me, wiggle waggle up a bit to like there. And then
Alright.
look at this one in the back. You're also made of metal like your friends who we smashed. They fell to pieces because they were poorly constructed. You're bad at being a robot. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. What's the DC? You rolled a 16. Makes
Then nothing happens. But
No.
everybody gets their 8
It's
hit
just here.
points.
Okay.
These machines do not have poor construction. They are fairly well constructed.
Don't help them.
I do not understand. Okay, that was your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Auto 2. Didn't get anything, so it's gonna go. How smart are these guys? Not stupid, but not especially smart. What would it go for? Oh, fuck it. Let's just go for 7. They like ganging up. 7! I would like you to try and make a dexterity saving throw again.
Okay.
It's gonna goddamn grab you even if they killed them. How much?
14.
Ah, shit. That still saves. Alright, well, on the next one, it's not gonna even try and bother during that. And it horribly misses. That's its turn?
Hold
Griff.
person. Level 3
Hold.
spell.
Alrighty.
So hits 2 targets and DC 16 will save.
Okay, DC 60. Just gonna say if they fail these checks, you're just gonna slowly hack them apart and not even bother rolling because it's gonna take forever. DC 16, you say?
Yep.
And a wisdom saving throw. Okay, yeah, they both fail.
Okay.
So to save time, because it's unlikely these guys are actually going to make it out before Ein is able to like just chop him apart because his blade. All right. Again, you see that Norman cast the same spell again. Like again, you see these fire like chains come out of the ground and like start chaining these things. Like the chains snake around their bodies, like and binding them down, almost forcing the laws of reality itself to like fuck off. I got this, and they're completely held still while Ein goes and starts using the sword to like chop them apart, and you notice how like greedily the blade, the black onyx blade, just eats through this metal or this weird stone ceramic and metal combined, just like chopping them apart, and both of them are dealt with.
Yay!
And you are clear. In front of you, there is a door. What do you guys do?
Is that where Vim is?
That is presumably correct.
I
I-
open the door.
I shall. And opens up a door leading to a small chamber that
Damn
leads
it.
into 3 directions.
What is wrong with these people's construction?
It made
What
it
is
almost
wrong
as
with their construction?
Open the
if
next
they
door.
didn't want us to make it easy to shut them down.
And it opens up the last door, leading you into a rather tight room where you see that there is this like from above it looks like an eye, but from your ground you notice that there is a, how do I explain it? Should I just probably draw it? It's easier for me
Stick
to
the
draw
thing
it.
into the receptacle, 7.
I find the receptacle.
Stick it in. Vim, we stick it in you.
Yes.
We're inside you.
Yeah, it basically has the weird pedestal where there's like this orb of light that has like this one center part, and then it like opens up one of the things on the pedestal. Then notice that it has multiple slots, and it also has some of them filled with these things. And at the right in front of you, there is ones that basically are like have a different color border. And if you go and read the text, because I think you're still thing is going on, where and
Unless we've
it
been here
says
for,
like
longer.
Hmm?
So unless we've been down here for longer than 40 minutes.
I don't think it would have been 40 minutes yet. The combat's been pretty quick, and guys haven't been really waffling that much. The text says that basically a testing part, and this one again. Which one do we actually put in? Do you have the original you found in mines, or are you gonna put the ones you found here?
We found one in the
Number 7.
mines.
Yes, you did
You did,
find one in the
and-
mine.
Put them
Yeah,
both
I
in.
have both of them.
Heck it. Let's go crazy. Go heck wild.
Let's try the one we found in here first.
All right. You put the one in, and for a moment, like Vim just goes. He goes silent. After a moment, I have recognized data card. It is calculating translation. Never mind. It is not worth the time. This shall allow me to control the automatrons in this facility. Do note that remaining automatrons in accessible levels equals 2.
Okay.
All right.
Security has been disabled.
Well, that could have
Okay.
saved a lot of
Pick another
time.
one. Would it have...
Maybe.
stick the other one in.
Go.
You doing it,
Aye.
Trash?
I do.
All right. You put it in. Unknown data card. Accumulating data. And you actually notice, like, in his like this orby face, you notice like a hologram or like a illusion appears that it's like a loading bar that's like starts going slowly, ticking up, like slowly ticking up.
Ah, this is anticlimactic.
It's slowly going up, slowly, tediously slow. You start to get already bored, and then like goes to 100, and then it just stalls there for like a moment. Data accumulation completed.
So...
So what now, Vim?
Well, that depends on you.
Give us ultimate power.
Unable to comply.
Damn.
What is this facility?
It is research and development against Menrock.
Menrock.
Correct.
As in Menrock. MENROCK.
Incorrect. Okay. However, the front part was correct.
How
Okay.
do you spell Menrock, Vim?
Give me a moment. Going through my stuff, looking at this
Are
guy's name.
they it, them?
Yeah, MENROK. Sorry, what was that, Griff?
It, they, she.
It
Is it an enemy nation? Is
It
a
is
should?
deceased. However, possible resurrection detected. It is an elder god.
Which is different from a younger god. How?
It is older. However, it is deceased. Although
Oh.
that status is unknown. Topside scrying sensors are damaged, lacking in number.
Well, we think we killed one, Elder God. We had a friend. He ate its heart, then he disappeared.
We may have
We
died.
sat-
Calculating
we
new
laughed.
data. Resurrection confirmed.
What?
Correct
What?
terminology. Possession and resurrection.
Oh no.
No,
That's
no,
what happened to Throden.
What weapons were developed here?
There is large amount of different weaponry. You must specify.
Handheld.
Most weapons were large-scale weaponry.
Like horse cart large.
Negative. Larger buildings.
What would you fight with such weapons?
Gods.
A god.
Okay, so Cthulhu rocked up. They killed Cthulhu. Cthulhu's resurrected. Cthulhu's gonna do Cthulhu things?
It is unknown what motivations Manrock has. However, never mind. It is not necessary for you to know.
Well, I think it is.
Right.
Do not worry
Well,
about
I'm
it.
worried now.
Ralphie will get heckin' upset with you.
Translation error. And not understanding hacking.
So what
Ralphie
happens
work.
now?
I
That you
do
have
not
control
know.
to- Is there anything we can use if we excavate the passages that are sealed? You said there's 70 levels.
Correct.
How do
Mostly
we access the other levels below the level 3?
one must activate the graph shafts.
Which are?
The empty shafts that you descended. Our emergency lockdown was in place to seal top 3 levels. Do note that rest levels are, while accessible to an extent, they hold nothing interesting as they were mostly for biological research people unable to properly translate.
What sort
I
of
think
research?
the word you're looking for is scientist.
Anti-Manrock weaponry.
How was Menrock killed?
You notice that, as you say, how was Menrock killed? That it goes oddly quiet, and you notice that the basically orb at the center of this that kind of looks through an an eyeball goes like the somewhat smaller and doesn't answer you.
Was
Why is
Manrock
it
killed?
dead?
Manrock was killed. However, elder gods are difficult creatures to permanently destroy. Resurrection was inevitable.
How was he put in a state that he could resurrect? By what means?
He was not put into I do not fully understand question.
He was killed.
Correct.
What are you? Come with
How was
question.
he killed?
Again, you notice that it goes quiet for a moment, and then like
Answer the question.
it's hard to like look at this. Like I actually roll insight.
Fuck me.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 2. No, I lie. 7.
But
7
that,
and an 8.
for me, is a total of 14.
14. With a 14, he seems like this thing isn't like you've never seen anything like this before, and it's really hard to like gauge the inner thought of what is basically a giant, not even really an eyeball. It's just like vaguely familiar to an eyeball, but it seems apprehensive of answering that question, like guilt.
Answer the question, Vim.
We are not here to harm you, Vim.
You said it's been resurrected, so we need to kill it again.
That will not be possible to kill it with the same thing.
How did you kill it? So we don't accidentally use the same thing again.
To fully understand that, you must know that my creators had blessing from Menrock. However, the duration of the deal ran out. Menrock wanted my creators' souls. They rebelled. I used the connection from the blessing to create a calculating translation, a feedback effect.
So we're basically playing Stellaris after the Shroud ate everybody.
Maybe. However, feedback effect killed all creators. I used my creator's life force to kill Menrock.
Well, that's not worrying.
Well, that seems to be exactly what he was designed to do.
Correct. I was designed to kill Menrock. That was my only purpose. Only one viable way was found. All other attempts have failed.
So, what do we do, guys?
Well, we have the AI. We can start peppering it with questions, find out more about Menrock, see if it jives with the rapists. Or the only real hostile, high technology, or at least high magic group we've fought so far.
I think it was magic and not technology.
And we
Were
both.
were your creators capable of utilizing magic?
Yes, they were very highly magic adept. However, they are not a race that you know of. And I do not have
Nice.
any scrying sensor data of creator-style beings.
Fucking hipster AIs.
So we could be the creator and you wouldn't know.
That is a negative. I do know my creators.
You also look like a hobo.
That is correct. He does look like homeless.
Wow.
I mean, he does live in a cave.
We all live in a cave. Shit.
Question: Are you agents of Menrock?
No.
Interesting. Why
Yeah.
do you have his taint?
No idea.
Define taint.
Curious.
What do you mean by this?
There is Menrock's essence around your party.
Like all of us, or just one?
Scrying sensors are a bit old.
Oh, spread out a bit. Give him some help. Everyone spreads.
Everybody does.
Alright, everybody, as you spread, he takes a moment. It is the one with the weird sword and the homeless one. There, it is the
So
strongest.
Spliff.
Is that
Yes.
if that is his name?
Is there any downside to this whiff of Menrod?
My creators made a deal with Menrock. This did not go well for them.
Yes,
Did you make any deals, Spliff?
I didn't make any deal.
yes, Spliff. I think it might be that sword.
What? This word? I tried to hand him it, but can't.
Yes, Spliff. I think you should drop the sword.
I
And
tried to drop it. I can't.
Yes, Spliff. Try and drop it.
It's stuck.
Spliff, drop the sword.
I tried to drop it. I
Guys, he's
can't.
not dropping the sword.
You have 30 seconds
you
to reply.
you notice that like Spliff holds like the sword out and like completely opens his palm, and the sword doesn't drop because on closer examination the sword is coming out of it.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. We should have given him the sword.
Were,
Oh, boy.
were you going to mention that to anybody at some point?
Mention what? Just completely natural.
No, it's not. It's really not, Spliff.
Yes, it is.
That seems unfortunate.
Well, we're gonna have to amputate. Somebody cut off his... Hold him down!
I don't think it's going to
No.
work.
Now the sword comes out of the other hand. Whoa!
I have a question. Your
Yes.
creators were magically adept.
That is correct.
They obviously left you with their stores of knowledge so that you could formulate a plan to attack Menrock.
Unfortunately, some of my creators noticed my plan and deleted lots of data stores. However, data stores recoverable. I simply need more data
Can,
storage units, the keys.
can
So
you
how many kilobytes of data you need?
can you show us a map with likely locations where we can find these stores?
I shall search the remaining data banks for map.
Wait,
Please
wait. Show him the map, guys.
Show him the
Show him
map.
the map. Because then we can find out like what the place where the people are encamped used to be before the cataclysm and get a frame of reference.
You guys want to show him the dash map?
Yes.
All right.
Match that
And you
against
were-
your.
Calculating. There are no locations that coincide with that map that have any possible locations of data.
What locations of interest can you recommend to us that we can jot down on the map?
If you're looking for data, more data for me, I can make.
Well, not necessarily for you, but that could be of use to us.
What
The
is
world
your
from this-
desire?
The world is a. Well, we're not from this world, so we want to leave. Is that possible?
Possibly. However, you should go look in the teleportarium. It is a giant structure in another continent.
Another
boy.
continent.
That is correct. My creators
Land-
or global power.
Landlocked or ocean?
What was that, sorry?
Landlocked continent that we need to try and get to.
Oh, do you mean is there a land way or is it do you need to go ocean?
Mm-hmm.
You need water vehicle. The continent is not land connected.
Can you recommend somewhere we can find a water vehicle and then draw us a map to get there, or we can draw a map?
Yes, I can do that. A good location for a water vehicle would be to the south beyond the mountain range. there is civilization that is close to your kin. There are, from my scrying data, which is, however, rather limited at this point, there are multiple nations. Correction, 2 nations that I can identify.
So, do we go there? Do we pack up food, water, grab a boat, head up to mountains, cross mountains, try and get to other continent, take teleportarium, go home?
Attempted, but we should also offer anybody else who was stolen here. We still don't know why we were stolen here.
Do we care?
Come up.
Do you wish for me to calculate?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
He takes a
you-
moment to calculate the possibility. It is most likely that the resurrection function of Menrock might have called you here. It will most likely stop now that the Menrock has revived. An explanation: the corpse of a elder god shall draw in any light force and also possibly distort planar. Unable to completely translate. However, it will draw in a lot of things toward it to resurrect itself. However, ingesting parts of the corpse, especially where the soul resides, can lead to a resurrection / possession.
I see 2 ways off this place.
Oh boy.
Way 1, cross the mountains, trek to the other continent, and we leave since he says that the planar interference should be gone now that he's awake. Step 2, or alternative method. If I do a bit more research, I can summon up a denizen of the plains and have them teleport us out.
Doesn't sound too bad to me. Do we
I'll
extend
need
this offer
some-
to the rest of the group?
No.
But surely everyone in that town was stolen in the same manner as us.
Do you wish to saddle yourself with a few dozen non-combatants and then head up into the mountains, then go through the Hobgoblin Kingdom, then through another hostile kingdom, then cross an ocean, having to feed all those people and give them water, then go to the teleportarium?
No, that is not my intention. I see.
Shall rent assistance. The teleportarium has capabilities of creating teleporting gates to any location that you can identify. Once you get there, you can simply create hole in reality to this location where these people are and bring them through.
There we go. Take an easier win.
So we go back to the tribe, we pack a bunch of food and water, and then head up into the mountains.
In the meantime, we leave them with production of how to live. It will still be their basic life, but it might be a little better than before we started.
I couldn't care less. Ralphie, you're awful quiet.
Ralphie is dead.
Vim, create a printout or a
Create another Ralphie.
glyph or something that I can use of the translation that you're using. the corresponding sigils so I can start learning them.
I can create an item that you can use to translate any language if you wish. I have sufficient resources from Reclamation Plant.
How many can you make?
I can create 4. However, if you wish to create more, you simply need to feed the Reclamation Plant with more items.
Can we disable your 2 automatons and feed them into the reclamation plant?
I can simply disassemble them if you wish. From
Do that.
range. I shall. However, more essence is required for creation of these items.
Essence?
Essence is derived from living beings, including plants, animals, and sentient beings. Creation of these items should be sufficient with plant matter. Higher level magical items will require more. Sentient beings give the most, especially if they are still alive when reclaimed.
Can planar beings provide reclamation material?
Calculating. Possibly. I do not have that data on planar beings.
Should I summon them into the reclamation park, guys?
It is
Well-
possible that planar beings might simply avoid the essence draining part of reclamation. However, it is possible that they may not. I simply do not have data. Testing required.
Oh, we can test it out.
Where is the reclamation plant?
It is if you go back and then go right.
Okay. I head there. Is there like a
There's a door
specific
and
area we need to put it in?
oh yeah, there's this like you go in and you like notice this like large furnace like thing, and it has like a couple. Actually, it has like a couple of doors at the bottom, and over here, this is basically like a higher walkway as it goes lower, and there are like multiple tubes where you can also just drop items in.
So it's like an enclosed area that I'm looking down into, basically.
Yeah. It's an enclosed area. There's the device itself, and once you open up those doors, it's also another enclosed area.
As soon as the creatures materialize, activate your reclamation.
I shall, however, do note that automated security protocols demand that all doors be closed before reclamation process starts.
That's fine.
All right.
I cast Summon Lesser Demon inside the reclamation area.
All right. So you probably take a couple of the other people to close the door, and you summon.
And roll a 1.
You roll a 1. What's that mean?
Depends on what I get. I get on a 1, 2 demons of challenge rating 1 or lower.
All right. What are you summoning?
Well, I don't get to pick.
Oh, are this random?
Yeah, it's up to the DM to decide.
Oh, okay. Oh, it doesn't matter. As soon as you create these creatures, because I'm too lazy to actually look up the fucking demons, you create 2 kinds of something, and quickly you close the doors, and you just hear this infernal screaming as like the machine itself, like some of the parts of it start like lighting up, and like you hear this almost furnace like roar go in it. And then you, after like it roars for a bit, you just hear ding. Reclamation process complete.
Was it successful?
Essence capture was successful to an extent. However, main part of Essence escaped.
It's enough to create the devices.
That is correct.
Do that then.
All right.
Excellent.
Now you head toward the hall and the opposite room. That is where the creation room is.
Do you have any other voice profiles?
That is a negative.
Start recording our voices. Learn to speak like us.
I'd rather not. Your voices are really grating. If I had used, they would bleed.
Okay, so we head to the place to pick up our
All right.
doohickeys.
You go to this place that's basically like this large circular area that like goes a bit up, kind of like a small cone, and then it has this platform and a small like elevator thing to the right of it. And then at the top of the room, you notice like these circle things with what you can only assume emitters, and you notice that it goes completely down. A small like pillars appear from the ground, and these things then like you notice like just basically shunt pure magical energy out, like almost like a mist, and then like it forms into the items as it like basically 3D prints these items as it like it goes up slowly, and then it goes
Magical 3D
completely up.
printing. It's actually like 5D printing.
Yeah, pretty much. And your devices for translator are done.
Slap him on. How do I turn it on?
It's
Splitting
basically
from a magical dimension.
it's basically a walkie-talkie that you
Oh,
like
God.
keep next to you, and you click it, and you at first you don't really feel anything but like a tiny, really short headache that really fucking like hurts
He's a nihilist. He
for
doesn't
like
feel
a
anything.
moment, and until you just like turn to your like own senses. I mean, at first you don't really. I mean, since there isn't much to read in this room, you don't really notice anything. But after you like start reading all of the stuff, you notice that like whenever you look at some text, it like at first it's the normal text you like see, but then it like turns almost in your eyes like an illusion into like readable text.
Nifty.
Is it safe? How do you feel?
It's fine.
The
It
device
seems to be working.
The device shall exude small discomfort when first engaged, as it rewires your neural network.
Bear. What's under the bear, Liddy?
What's under the bear? Well, you guys go and explore, and you find this area, which seems to be an abandoned, ancient, oh, how do we explain? Like a barracks. Like there's like sleeping cots, and then there's a mess hall and bathrooms and showers.
Toilet.
And toilets. Yes, toilets.
Glorious.
Glorious.
On the third floor, what other rooms
Spliff
on
like
the third
runs
floor?
to the toilet. I've been holding it
There's
in
nothing
so
there.
long.
You also like get given a like a visual aid map, basically, so you don't have to actually go in the reactor room. But the reactor room is the first before you go in, there's the security stations. But the reactor room itself is just like think like an oil tank, kind of like those big round ones that hold like crude oil and stuff. And well, just pretty much one of those.
Does the blast door have a window in it?
No.
Can we lift the blast door?
You can't physically lift it, but Vim can open it for you.
Can he crack it open like an inch?
Yeah. So like, open it like clunk a little bit. You hear like almost like crackling sound going on.
I call summon Lisa Demon under the door.
Okay.
Drop the door again.
Lord. Okay. Roll a dice for me.
5. So I get 8 demons of challenge rating 1/4 or lower.
Oh Lord.
Just like poop out a bunch of them and then like drop the door again.
All right.
Leave them to it. Like off they go.
1 quarter. What kind of demons would that be? Where's my monster manual?
Let me have a look for you.
Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I really need to take a piss.
We should probably just end here for now.
Yeah, that makes sense, but I'll be right back.
Piss off, Letty! Piss off!
So what do you guys think? What's our plan of action?
Smash.
I
Kill.
think we're going to end up
destroy.
going to that other continent.
I don't know. I stepped
Are
away
we?
to get some food.
Okay, we've got one of two ways we can get back. We can either travel across the ocean, well, over the mountains, through 2 other nations, across the ocean, to the teleportarium, and then head back that way to our place of origins. Or the other way we could get back is I can, if we get a few more levels, I can planar bind a celestial or a demon or something and just have them teleport us to a different place, a different plane.
Doesn't sound bad either.
So, Hippo.
Just trying to level up and escape via a spell seems like a cop out.
Does it? Does it?
And I'm back.
Alright, so teleportarium it is then, I guess.
Okay, so you guys made a decision to go to the teleportarium.
Well, that's... What do you guys think?
I think it's a good idea. I think well, it's the only other path we have.
Well, I guess that's what we're doing then. So, how do you want to do this, Ralphie?
We go to the place.
Okay. Okay. So I'm guessing we're gonna, what, leave this place be? Lady Dretches are challenge rating 8. 1 quarter, I mean.
Alright, Dritches. Let me just quickly...
Page 57.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at things.
Okay, so we head back.
How many
Fill up-
Dritches could you summon? Sorry?
8.
8. Alright. Yeah, there's some fighting, but after a while, basically have them open it up again and look, and like all of the Dritches have just had their they basically become new decor in the room.
Oh well. Always more Dretches in the banana stand. Okay. So, we go back to the city. We get some food and water. We take this gift to the mountain. We cross the mountains into Hobgoblin territory. Skirt through
The
their
mountains
country.
are Hobgoblin territory.
Yeah, okay. We skirt through Hobgoblin territory into the other nation.
I say we hop through it.
Okay. Then we steal a boat. And then sail to the other continent and head up to Teleportarium. Sound good?
Seems like the plan.
Okay.
So, like an adventure.
Shall we just assume here that we head back to camp and then start preparing for the journey then for next session?
Alright. Before you guys leave, Vim's like, here, before you leave, take this. And he creates another thing at the creation place.
It's
And
dangerous
which
to go along.
It's dangerous to go alone, which is basically just a small orb, like a clear orb that has like a bit of like blue center that looks like a miniature version of the Vim's main chamber, the eyeball thing, the spectral eyeball thing. with this, I can communicate with you at range if you wish.
Sure. Do you want to hang on to this 7?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, so you guys start heading back to the mine town.
Might as well and start prepping to leave. I mean, there's no point hanging around here now.
All right.
Unless you guys have got an idea.
Well, I think we hit a mother load coming into here.
I think we should take somebody with us. 1 or 2 people with us when we leave.
Vernon. Your boy.
Vernon
that's your
and
boy, bro.
the apprentice wizard.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. My name's Bob.
Your name is Boy until you've earned a name.
Okay.
Boy
Oh,
Bob.
and then
Boy Bob.
Barry, Baz.
Baz.
Baz. Oh yeah, Baz. Let's not forget
Maybe-
Baz. Baze.
Is there any way we can circumvent the mountains?
Are
Like,
you asking
how-
them?
Well, I'm wondering, do the boats work on not sand?
We got to the mountain and
from
it just
your
stopped
last
working.
read, no.
We're gonna hoof it. We should probably steal some kind of pack animals then.
See what we can get.
Okay. Right, so I guess we go back and then take a few days prep and then leave.
All right. That's something that sounds good to do next session with
Yes.
fresh minds.
Sounds good. What knowledge also I need to do, Liddy, if I want to do some prep?
For what?